About to get underway at Easter Road. It is Hibernian against Heart of Midlothian. Live commentary from that one with John Collins, Alan Preston and Liam McLeod.
And so the final Edinburgh derby of the season, a final chance for Hibernian to put a spanner in the works of their title-hunting, history-chasing neighbours. A derby which always has significance, which always has local bragging rights, which often causes pain or ecstasy. But like those Scottish Cup meetings we've seen so regularly over the last 20 years, this one feels bigger than normal. And that's because Heart of Midlothian are 3 weeks from becoming history makers, from becoming kings of Scottish football. Something that seemed so fanciful before a ball was kicked after almost 41 years of an old firm grip on Scottish football, which has gone on so long many don't know anything else. It doesn't matter what the Giants in the West do. Hearts know if they win 5 more games, they will be champions for the first time in 66 years. That is as unpalatable as it is excruciating, as it is unthinkable for the Hibs as the Jambos cross the capital on their latest step towards potential immortality. And it will be the maroon and white half who'll kick off. They do so. The first whistle from Don Robertson, and the maroon and white Hearts shooting towards the famous 5 end. Hibs in the green and white will shoot south. And it's a clearance there on this near side by Paslak into the Hearts half. Findlay lifts it forward. The header from O'Hara is away up towards the halfway line. And Findlay a little trickle out for a throw-in on this near side. Hibs start with Salinger in goal. 3 changes from last week. And the defeat to Aberdeen, or 2 weeks ago as it was. O'Hara, Bushiri and Obita. Paslak, Chaiwa, Berlasser and Nicky Cadden. McGrath, Boyle, Elding. Hearts 4 changes with Cammy Devlin out. That's a big blow for them. And McEntee out for the season as well. Schwolo in goal. Steinbender, Halkett, Findlay. Alterna, Beningame, Leonard and Braga. Shanklin, Kabore. Will there be a winner in the final Edinburgh derby of the season? And big news from Ibrox, where Yusuf Shermiti has just equalised. Rangers have come from 2-0 down again, back to 2-2 against Motherwell. A double from Shermiti has wiped out those first half goals. And Motherwell scored through Fadinger and Longalo as that goes out for a throw into Hibs on this near side. Paslak is going to leave it for O'Hara. These derby matches tend to be pretty cagey in the early exchanges. We saw Hibs score very early on through McGrath the last time Hearts were here.
Yeah, the usual kickoff again, back to Leonard, and he does the old up and under at the rugby. And it tests, I think it was O'Hara with the header. It was a poor header to start with, but the game should settle down now.
Obita just knocking it in field to Barlasser, who's been a real impact for Hibs this season. Hibs in wonderful form at Easter Road. Bitterly disappointing defeat for them at Pittodrie last time out, not helped by Grant Hanley's early red card, as Leonard scoops it forward with the right foot from inside his own half into the Hibs half, taken away by O'Hara. It's broken back to Claudio Braga from Shanklin. He's into the Hibs box. Braga looks up at the goal, pulls it across, blocked by O'Hara, drops to Kingsley, who crosses in. Obita heads clear, and Paslak tries to take it into his stride. Heavy touch allows Beningame to win it back though for the visitors and league leaders. Kingsley down the line for Beningame. Then back to Kingsley's level with the Hibernian penalty spot. Swings the cross in, it's very deep. Shanklin trying to take it down, he does get the touch onto it. Cadden's there though, nicks it back into Obita, who clears. Bright start by Hearts this. Leonard with a header up towards the angle of the box there towards Braga. Breaks to Leonard, was there a push? Ref says play on, but Obita hoofs it clear from the edge of his own box anyway. And it's up towards the halfway line. It's 0-0, we played almost 3 minutes. As Leonard knocks it forward, it's now on the right side here. Braga slips as he goes into the box again. Looks in the mood, spins, having got back to his feet, and wins the game's first corner. Over on the far side, it will be a Hearts corner as they look to make their early pressure tell. Incidentally, that second Rangers goal has gone down in the ledger as Nicola Raskans rather than Shermiti. So 2-2 at Ibrox, and what a good start by Hearts it's been.
Really good. And you know as well, you know it's like learned set plays. Hearts are the best in the league. Corners and free kicks, good opportunity here.
It's going to be an outswinging delivery from that far side. The Hearts right as they attack the goal to the left. Plenty options in there. Leonard swings it in. The header's won by Steinbender, blocked by Paslak in the 6-yard line, and Bushiri hooks it clear. Steinbender wins the header, and Kingsley lashes it over on the volley with a left foot, high and wide. Goal kick, Hibs, 0-0 in the infancy.
Hibs have got to try and get a hold of the ball, show some calmness, try and keep possession. Opportunity now, goal kick. Can they build out from the back, or are they going to launch it forward?
If they launch it forward, John, they're man for man, Hearts at the back. Hearts are stepping on the game here, straight away.
Long ball in from Salinger with the left foot, right down the middle of the pitch, looking for Boyle. Steinbender easily beats him in the jump, but Chaiwa does likewise, and Beningame in the midfield. Breaks to an Elding, across the pitch he goes. Toe pokes it out to the left touchline for Cadden. His ball down the line is cut out well there by Altena, who's won his team a throw-in of Cadden on the far side.
That's going to be the battle of the day for me, Cadden and Altena. Cadden's a crossing machine with that left foot, and Altena technically very good, defensively not the best, but when he's on the ball he can create for Hearts as well, so these two guys can win the game for either team.
Hearts picking up possession on the far side with Altena, switches it to the left of the centre circle for Findlay. He finds Kingsley on the near side, up the line, blocked by Paslak, and out for a throw into Hearts on this near side, just inside their own half, as Derek McInnes gives Kingsley the ball down below us. 5 minutes played, no goals as yet. 4 shared at Ibrox, 2 all it is there going into the final quarter of that one. O'Hara was a little bit slack in possession there, and he's conceded the throw-in. It's a Hearts ball level with the edge of the centre circle in the Hibs half. Kingsley takes short to Shankland, back to Kingsley and then to Shankland, trying to hold off Chaiwa. He's kept it in play. Hibs claim it had gone out, a couple had stopped there, including Paslak, though he's managed to get back onto it as he backtracks and turns and clears it up towards the halfway line where Findlay wins the header. And then it's blocked by Barlasa with the left foot up into the air. It drops onto the head of Leonard, who nods it forward, looking for Braga. Bichiri wins the header there, and now it's with Obita. Hibs looking for a bit of calm in the early stages of the game. It's Nicky Cadden firing it forward, but blocked by a couple in maroon there, and it breaks to Steinbender on the far side. Finds Altena up the line, loses it to Cadden though. Nicky Cadden then runs into Steinbender. Here's McGrath picking up the loose ball, flicks it into Cadden, who's brought to the ground there, and that will be a Hibs free kick, level with the Hearts penalty spot, left of the penalty box.
Right on cue, Altena, they can't defend. Why do you do that? Cadden's facing away, he's facing the touchline, he's going absolutely nowhere. He's going to turn onto his left foot. Altena jumps in, concedes a free kick.
Dangerous area. Cadden's left foot.
Yeah, we know how culture that is. But also, Jamie McGrath's there, and he's a terrific dead ball specialist himself, so options for Hibs in their first real attacking moment of the match as we await the first goal. McGrath opened the scoring at the end of December when Hearts were last here, or Nicky Cadden. Who's it to be? Cadden's leaving the scene. It's McGrath with the right foot, and it comes, and at the back post, Boyle turns it home for Hibernian. Martin Boyle in his final Edinburgh derby smashes it home, side foot, top left corner to give Hibernian the early advantage in lead. 7 minutes in, it is Hibernian 1, the league leaders, Heart of Midlothian 0.
Magnificent delivery from McGrath. Right foot, whips into the back post. Boyle gets away from his man, on the move, back post. From Hibs' point of view, it's a brilliant, but from Hearts' point of view, poor defending.
Horrific defence. It's Derry Beningame, I think. I've not seen it again, but I think Beningame just lets Boyle run off him. He doesn't put a challenge in at all, Beningame. He runs right off him. Just sleeping Beningame at that back post, and Boyle's got the simplest task from 3 or 4 yards. Whacks it in the back of the net.
And it all came from the Altena challenge on the far side.
You can see this coming, Liam. That's the problem that you've got when you play Altena. He concedes free kicks. With the delivery Hibs have got, either side, either foot, left or right, and then, but you've got to defend it. Beningame on his heels.
And 3/4 of this place has gone absolutely berserk in the wake of that. Hibernian in front. They do not want their neighbours winning the league. As Leonard picks up a loose ball, threads it through, blocked by O'Hara. What a moment for Martin Boyle. He's managed to get onto it from Jamie McGrath. He slipped it through to McGrath. Elding to the right, then he gets it all wrong. As McGrath scuffs his pass, looking for Elding, who would have been one-on-one with Follow. It stays Hibs 1, Hearts 0, but after a really positive, bright start by the visitors, Hibernian have sprung to life, and they have the lead. as Hearts' away day blues continue for now.
I mean, that was superb play from Boyle. He's took the ball and played a wonderful through pass to McGrath. He's got a simple square pass to Elding, and he completely miscues it.
Throw in Hibs, O'Hara takes, pulls it down the line to Elding's level with 18-yard line. Boyle knocks it back, looking for Paslak. Hearts win it back through Finlay, who clears up towards the halfway line, where O'Hara meets it with a head and nods it out for a Hearts throw in on this near side. Hearts only calm heads here, Alan. They were 3-0 down early in the second half last time they were here.
Yeah, the game got away from them the last time. You're right, Leon, it's calm heads here, but Hibs are on the front foot just now. Started really well, Hearts, but then Hibs came into it. Needless free kick given away, slack marking at the back post. One error compounded by another, and that's them 1-0 down.
It's a special moment for Martin Boyle, John, isn't it? In his final Edinburgh Derby appearance. This is his 23rd Edinburgh Derby. It's his 5th Edinburgh Derby goal.
I mean, he's been a great servant, and he's always a threat. I said, he's always on the move, he's always sharp, he always looks like he's up for it.
There's a long ball for Kabore, and goes after it, and Salinger, well, he's used his gloves, he's right on the 18-yard line, and Pierre-Landry Kabore is insistent that the goalkeeper handled that outside his box.
Will that go to a VAR check? No.
That looked to me as if it was outside.
That's what I thought.
Did. He absolutely did, but no, there's no VAR check for that.
I think he's a lucky boy.
Yeah.
Because he could have taken a step back.
Well, if they've looked at it and the gloves have touched it and he's on the 18-yard line, then it's considered inside the box, isn't it? But there's no suggestion there's any kind of on-field review coming, so Hibs pick up here with Jamie McGrath at the left angle of the box, out to Obita. He's got his cross in, it's headed away by Craig Halkett out to the far side, where it bounces out for a Hibs throw in.
Kabore's still going at the ref. He's still adamant at the ref that that's outside the box.
Well, they're delaying it now, Alan.
Yeah.
They're delaying it now.
It looked outside to me.
Just.
Well, we don't.
Well, if they stopped it, obviously.
We don't have a monitor in front of us, but I can see a screen, and it looks like he is outside the box. So Raphael Salinger will have to be sent off here.
Yeah, it's a red card. It's a denying an obvious goal-scoring opportunity. It's a red card if he's deemed to be outside the box. And from what I'm seeing, he looked outside the box.
Poor goalkeeper.
He made a mess of it. He's tried to control it just outside his box, under pressure. He then tries to pick it up, and then he's lost his bearings. He doesn't realise he's outside his penalty area, but he was. And Hibs look like they're going to go down to 10 men here. They might have the lead, but there's only 11 and a half minutes on the clock here.
Definitely.
He seemed to come, then stop, then come again, didn't he?
Well, yeah, it's going to be a red card.
I'm not sure why. I mean,
poor decision.
I saw a replay on a screen just in the row in front of us, and it looked pretty clear from that Salinger touched the ball outside his penalty box with his hands.
So how can it be taking so long? Why is it taking so long if it's just a simple, straightforward decision?
It's factual as well.
Yeah.
If he's outside his box, he's handled it, his last man, you would have thought.
Yeah, they're looking like an on-field review here. Don Robertson is being pulled over to look at it on the monitor. Here he comes now. Don Robertson comes over, and this is a massive boost for Hearts, this. Greg Aitken has called Don Robertson over to have a look at the replays, but this looks pretty cut and dried, and it looks like Hibs are going to have to go down to 10 men. Jordan Smith will have to come on, and someone will have to be sacrificed. Hibs with a 1-0 lead. The guys are having an opportunity to see it. He's well outside it.
This should be quite easy. This
take seconds, just a quick look.
This should be. I mean, the referee. It's a factual decision here as well. He's outside the box. He's handled it. His last man. Kabore's running through. It has to be a red card, you would have thought.
Yeah, and if Salinger doesn't do that, Kabore's onto it, and he's probably rolling it into an empty net. So the denial of a goal-scoring opportunity, and Salinger is off. Don Robertson struggling to get the card out. He has done now, though. Red for the Hibs keeper. Hearts are a man up, even if they're a goal down, and there's still loads of time for them to do something about the latter.
Just a ridiculous decision from the goalkeeper. It's basics.
Well, and it's obviously resulted in a Hearts
Free
kick
kick right
as
on
well,
the
right
edge
on
of
the
the
edge of the box, yeah. So this could be double jeopardy for Hibs if Hearts take advantage of this. This is going to be a heck of a long match, this, for Hibernian now.
Who do you take off? Do you take Elding off, the young boy, because he's not played in this? Boyle scoring on a high, he's a willing runner. They've got to take someone off.
Who would you be taking off, John?
I would take Elding off. I would take Elding off.
John?
Young's got...
Can't take Boyle off because of the outball, can you? Now they're going to need somebody to
you can't hold it
run
up.
the channels.
Size-wise, you need a bit of presence at the top of the pitch. Elding's stronger, bigger, he can take it in, he can link.
Honestly, what a season. This is just throwing up all kinds of twists and turns. It's going to be Nicky Cadden who's being withdrawn.
Yeah, go to a back four.
Go to a four then.
Go to a back four, 4-3-2. Keep your two up front. Still got your shape, you've still got a threat at the top of the pitch. Still got a back four with three protecting them.
And suddenly the noise is coming from the away end off to our right. Nicky Cadden's match is over, not even 15 minutes into it, as he comes off and is replaced by Jordan Smith, who will take his place in goal for Hibernian, who have a 1-0 lead. But my goodness, if this doesn't finish 1-0 Hibs, then you would fancy, Alan, that Hearts are going to be able to turn this round from this point.
That's
given
a
how
long way to go. Yeah, it's a long way to go, but you know what it's like, and John will know it himself. You galvanise, if you're down to 10 men, you give that little bit extra if you can.
As long as they can keep it 1-0, then you keep the energy.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
Keep the hope, but once they concede, it becomes a difficult.
I always remember speaking to Scott Bain, who was at Celtic at the time, and he made his debut at Ibrox against Rangers, and Celtic got a man sent off that day, and Brendan Rodgers had prepared a team to go down to 10 men, so they knew exactly what to do, and that's what you do.
That's what you do.
You know, so Hibs will be no different. David Gray would have prepared them for this.
Mark Leonard and Stephen Kingsley stand over the free kick.
I would have somebody else on the wall there.
There's a hell of a gap to the goalie's side here.
The left.
Yeah.
Goalkeeper's left hand side. That's a right footer, just bend it right in there.
Well, Jordan Smith's first act is going to be to have to face this free kick. All about decision making in big games, and Raphael Salinger, when Hibs were on top and a goal up, has absolutely sold the jerseys.
I don't think this can be chipped. I think this has got to be struck. It's too close to the 18-yard line. It's Leonard all day long for me.
Leonard with the right, Kingsley with the left. Both more than capable.
Can't chip it. It's got to hit it.
To the left. Leonard over the bar. It goes over by a good foot or so, and it stays 10-man Hibs 1. Hearts 0. Hibs have survived the first little onslaught. There's going to be plenty more of that.
Right, they're going to go to back four, that's for sure.
It remains 2-2 at Ibrox. Rangers have come from 2-0 down, but are they about to drop a couple of points? They've already drawn 12 matches this season. If they don't win the title, it's going to be that's cost them. As Jordan Smith launches it forward with the left foot, Halkett with the header. And Hearts know if they can turn this round, win the match, then Rangers don't win that one, then they're going to have an opportunity to be 3 clear of the Glasgow teams after the first post-split fixtures.
The dangers when you get out to 10 men, the goalkeeper gets it and he thinks just kick up the pitch, and no way you can do that for 75 minutes. You've got to try and get a little bit of possession of the ball and be brave.
Hearts of the ball with Leonard, right at the centre circle, squares it to the left of it for Finlay and out to the touchline for Kingsley. As the sun breaks through the clouds above here in the Port of Leith. It's with Craig Halkett, midway inside his own half, scoops it out to that far side for Jordi Altena. He's got plenty of maroon ahead of him. It's a long ball to the edge of the box. Braga wins the header and loops it well wide, and it will be a goal kick to the 10 men. A lead through Boyle.
That's the way they've got to do it though. Kingsley and Altena chalk on their boots as wide as you can, stretch at Hibs back four, try and pin them back, get it sent from wide to wide, missing men out. If you can't get it quickly out to the wider area, that's where your spare man will be.
Goal kick to be taken by Smith then, left-footed. The pitch it comes, flies into the Hearts half. Halkett's got his eyes on it. It's gone past both he and Boyle. Ref happy with the challenge, comes off Halkett, and then it's McGrath, hoists it forward looking for Owen Elding. Finlay with a header, it's not a great header. Kingsley goes down, was he fouled? No, Hibs throw in. As Owen Elding tries to rouse the Hibs supporters behind him in the main stand.
Too late from Stuart Findlay, he's got to do better there.
He goes down as if he's been touched. Maybe 6'2" or 3", whatever he is. Goes down as if he's been smashed. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, throw in here. O'Hara striding the ball down. Off to her right. It's going to be a long throw into the Hearts box here. Hibs look for a second goal. Already 1-0 up. The big number 5 launches it into the box, headed half away by Shanklin, and then Chaiwa lashes it well wide from just outside the D as it flies past the left hand side of the goal frame, and it stays Hibernian 1, Hearts 0.
There'll come a spell if it stays like this there, and that Derek McInnes will have to twist as well and push one up further forward. There's a long way to go. You know, they'll keep playing to their shape just now, but you just wonder at times, will they stick on another forward? Because they read this possibly.
Yeah, a bit early for that, I suppose. Yeah. As Hearts pick up Braga back out to Altena, level with the edge of the centre circle, low ball in field to Beningame, and then back to Altena, and then flicked in field to Leonard. Back in the side for Hearts today. One of 4 changes to the starting 11. The team that beat Motherwell last time out. Many enforced. McEntee out for the season. Devlin out for today, but maybe longer. In an injury hit season, an excellent season despite that, as it's played out to Altena wide on the right, faced by McGrath, level with the penalty spot now. He's making for the byline. He wins the corner off McGrath as Motherwell restore their lead in the dying seconds at Ibrox. It is Rangers 2, Motherwell 3, and a second goal of the afternoon for Emmanuel Longolo in this season of twists and turns. There's another one for you. Hearts corner, and that's got through to the Hearts supporters. Their team trailing as well. And in comes the corner kick, the header! Oh, what a save by Smith!
What a save.
He's kept out. I think it was Steinbender got the final touch when it came into the box from the corner. The header was goal bound, and Jordan Smith somehow, the sub goalie, claws it away, and it stays Hibs 1, Hearts 0 on 21.
That's a wonderful header. What a save. It's reminiscent of the Craig Gordon one at Dens Park. It looks as if it's beat him, and he gets over and gets a hand to it, flicks off the post and away. What a save.
Different class. I thought it was in, but he got there. Great save, massive save.
Hibs keep their lead for now. How long are they going to be able to hold on to it though? And then a man down. Braga looking for Capore. He's giving it straight to Obita, and then there is a foul over on the far side on Chaiwa, and that just takes the pressure off Hibs for now as we approach the end of the first quarter of this one.
Hibs try and get a hold of the ball, Hibs, in your own half. You've still got superior numbers in your own half. It's when you go further up the pitch that you don't have the numbers.
That looks like it's going to be just a 3rd league defeat of the season for Rangers. The draws have been what have done them in. Their only defeats so far were both to Hearts, both here in Edinburgh and at Ibrox, and of course those two go head to head a week tomorrow at Tynecastle Park. Obita with the throw-in. The Hearts fans absolutely buzzing with what's going on there. They'll know though only too well that their team is losing this game right now, as McGrath picks up over on the far side and rolls it back to Bishiri, who squares it to O'Hara. Then out to Paslak on this near side, infield to Barlasser, fires it forward, out to this near side where it's picked up beautifully by Chaiwa, skips infield, the pass was nowhere near as good as the initial touch, and Hearts it away, up to Capore, holds it up, plays it back to Shanklin. Chaiwa wins it back though. Paslak gives it away in double quick time. Findlay forward to Beningame. Inside the centre circle, it's a clip ball forward looking for Shanklin. Paslak's the covering player. Former Dortmund wing-back under pressure from Shanklin, who rugby tackles him down to the ground, and that's going to be a throw-in to Hibs.
Nothing wrong with him. He's rolling about the ground there as if he's been hit. There's nothing wrong with him.
Yeah, unless the referee sees it as a free kick. Paslak's down rubbing the back of his head. Anyway, it's intriguing, as it has been all season, as we await the final whistle at Ibrox.
It's been a good start, hectic start here. Hibs good goal. Salinger wrong decision making, coming off his line, coming out the box, handling it.
Yeah, it's just a throw in for Hibs down on this near side, level with their own penalty spot on the Hibs right. Martin Boyle's goal separating the teams. Hibs with goalkeeper Raphael Salinger sent off after a VAR review, the denial of a goal-scoring opportunity, handling the ball outside the box. Chaiwa goes to ground, wins the free kick on this near
Braga
side.
needs to calm down. He needs to settle down, Braga. 2 hands up there. It's not sending off, it's just a quiet chat, but when Hibs go down to 10 men, Braga needs to calm down.
Just stupidity. Relax.
There's a long way to go, and the balance of probability suggests that Hearts will take something from this match, given they're a man up. Derek McInnes will need all 11 players on the park to aid that cause. Free kick Hibs on this near side will be taken by Warren O'Hara with the right foot. Flights it down this right-hand side. Findlay's underneath it with a header. Picked up by Chaiwa, he's lost out to Beningame and then fouls him, and Hearts have a free kick midway inside their own half here, left to centre. 24 and a half on the clock. Hibs 1, Hearts 0.
Chaiwa's got lots of legs and powers, but I need to see more quality on the ball from him.
I like him, John. I must admit, I think he's been a good signing for them. He's done well.
They're in the 4th of 7 minutes of stoppage time at Ibrox, incidentally. Rangers 2, Motherwell 3. Hearts have the ball on the right with Steinvender, out to the touchline for Altena, level with the edge of the D of the Hibs box. So it's played back to Steinvender, who rolls it to the edge of the centre circle for Halkett. Halkett then squares it to Findlay. Kabore and Beningame ahead with Shanklin on the edge of the D. It's played to Beningame, he's facing away from the Hibs goal, passed up with a challenge, though wins it back and smashes it up the park. Hibs have got themselves in a good stride as well up until that red card, John, so very difficult for them to get close to those levels now they're a man down.
You know, it's difficult. They've got to stay compact when they're out of possession, but when they win possession, you've instantly got to have players wanting the ball, making angles to receive it. You can't just think, oh, I'm back in my defensive position, I've done my job. As soon as you win it, you've got to make yourself available.
Kabore, low ball in the box for Braga, couldn't quite work it back to Kabore. It's Altena at the edge of the box, Braga on the right, chops on to the left, shows too much to Bashiri, gets it back though. Braga, right side of the box, looks up, loops it back towards Kingsley with the header, and Smith holds on. Fouled as well by Kabore, and the Hibs fans of course are going to howl at every single Hearts challenge on men in green and white now, as they hope Don Robertson levels things up in that regard. They want a red card for a Hearts player at some point, and they want it sooner rather than later.
It's nothing more than a jump to try and get the ball. Ball's up there to be won, keeper comes and collects it, he jumps to get it. Nothing in that.
Yeah, the Hearts players have got to be careful.
Yeah,
get frustrated,
100%.
get sucked in.
There are 26 and a half minutes on the clock here. Hibs have that 1-0 lead given to them by Martin Boyle. Not quite as early as they opened the scoring here in December. 7 minutes on the clock when Boyle lashed it home into the reverse top left corner. It was the perfect start for the home team, but they are having to go to the well here as a result of Raphael Salinger's decision, which cost them a red card as Smith prepares to take this goal kick from that Kingsley header which went over. Long ball from the Hibs keeper. McGrath helps it on its way. Halkett heads clear, breaks to Kabore, finds Shanklin, who turns it forward to Braga. Kabore to his left if he wants him. Instead he takes it for a run, looks up at the goal again. Braga being closed down by Barlaser. Obita's there too. Still it's Claudio Braga, rolls it back up the way to Altena. Infield to Leonard, pokes it to Beningame, the edge of the box on the right foot, shoots and block, doesn't score many. Breaks back to Braga, wide on the right, it's a cross, it's a good one, just too high for Kingsley. Breaks to Shanklin, back to the edge of the box for Leonard. He turns it back to Halkett, he's going to have a go here, shoots some distance and blocked as well. Kept alive by Leonard, and then Kaslak's clearance wasn't great, breaks to Leonard who shoots wide. The referee had blown the whistle for a Hibs free kick. It is hear him, scare him down there.
Hearts need to settle down. It's too frantic at the moment for Hearts. They're just beginning to panic a little bit. It's a long way to go. Just take your time. get the ball into wider areas, whip it in. Hibs have got a great shape, and John will tell you, Liam, you do this time and time again. Where's the attack against a back four and two sitting midfield players? It's difficult to break through them.
Hearts are going to be patient, try and stretch the play at all times. Full-backs wide, wingers wide, moving the ball quick.
Long ball from Smith, run in the air by Halkett, helped on its way by Shanklin up to the edge of the centre circle for Kabore, who turns it out to Altena in space over on that far side. Altena then rolls it infield to Leonard, uses the outside of his right boot to switch it out to the left here for Findlay, and then onto the touchline for Kingsley. Side foot ball into Beningame, and then to Kingsley again on the near side. Rolls it to Braga, level with the Hibs penalty spot on the Hearts left. Little back heel for Kingsley, met by Paslak, who claims it came off Kingsley last. It is a Hearts throw in though, level with the Hibs penalty spot on this main stand side. The game at Ibrox is just about finished there. Motherwell looking good for an incredible 3-2 victory. And it means if Hearts can turn this around, they put 4 points between they and Rangers. It's still underway at the moment though, as Kingsley bowls it into the box. The header away by Bushiri. Kingsley has it wide in the left, gets the cross in, it's headed away on the penalty spot by O'Hara. Shanklin goes to ground, tries to force it back the way he does to Kabore. Shots blocked, they shout for handball. Breaks back to Kabore again on the far side of the box. He's found Leonard. Leonard with a chance to pull it across. It's wide. Braga threw himself at it, but Paslak beat him to it and puts it behind for the corner. And it stays 10-man Hibs 1, Hearts 0.
Tremendous defending from Paslak there. It looked like it was a cut back and a tap in, but he got his foot in there.
That was brilliant defending. Really good defending from Paslak, as you said. It's Leonard. I thought he was going to play it early, John, but he dummies the full back, sits him down, then plays it across.
Mark Leonard to take, outswinger with the right boot on the Hearts right as they attack the famous 5 end. Here he goes, Leonard into the box it comes. The header's won by Chai up into the air. Smith clutches onto it for dear life, and it remains 1-0 to Hibs. Half an hour in. That is it, all over at Ibrox. Rangers 2, Motherwell 3. Defeat for Rangers, just a third of the season in the Premiership.
The Hearts will be top regardless. It's whether it's goal difference, 1 point or 3.
Let's find out. Altena driving forward, looks up, right foot cross, ball comes in and way too close to Jordan Smith, who holds on. Hibs at the moment will be relatively happy with how this is going. The Steinwender header and the spectacular save from Smith apart, and they've kept Hearts at arm's length largely since going down to 10. Kingsley flicking it forward, looking for Leonard, cut out by O'Hara, out to Paslak, who goes to ground on this near side, and that is going to be a Hibs free kick, level with the centre circle on this Hibs right. What's going through David Gray's mind right now? You're a former Hibs boss, John, you've been down there.
His head will be scrambled a little bit, but he's got to get the message to his players. When we've got the ball, don't give it straight back to Hearts. Make them work for it, especially in your own half. Use your goalkeeper, make him the extra man.
Paslak for Hibs on this near side again. It's ball down the line, given away straight to Kingsley, who's found Kabore. Paslak trying to redeem himself, and he has done. He's done well in the end as he clears his lines there. Bushiri and Chaiwa both went for the same ball. Eventually it's Bushiri who clears, and Steinwender picks up right at the centre circle and squares it in field to Leonard. Leonard with the chip ball with the right foot out to the left hand side for Kingsley, level with the edge of the D of the Hibs box. Back down the line for Findlay and in field to Leonard, who switches it left to right of the circle for Steinwender, who turns it out to Altena. His touch takes him away from McGrath, pushes it back to Steinwender. Square ball for Halkett. Halkett looks up, right footed out to the left side, it's Findlay. Findlay then goes back to Craig Halkett. Hibs have everyone back behind the ball. Leonard has it in the Hibs half. To the left there for Halkett, then out to the touchline. Kingsley's in space. Kingsley takes a touch, gets the cross in, it's a good one. The header's over from Braga. Oh, Braga's frustrated with himself there that he's not got that in target. Perhaps jumped just a tad too early there.
Tremendous cross from Kingsley, inch perfect, right on his head.
But John, I've said it, that's where Hearts will get their joy. Wider areas, Altena one side, Kingsley the next. Wide as you can, stay on the touchline. They worked it well, Hearts there. Kingsley, lovely touch out his feet, good ball in. Braga's great in the air for his size, really good.
He hangs well, doesn't he?
Goal kick Hibs, 1-0 to Hibs. Long ball.
So where does the goalkeeper kick it? To their tallest player? Kick it out wide to your tallest player.
Oh, and Obita's made a mess of it. Braga's onto it. He's left-hand side of the box. It's blocked by Obita, and Smith has it and holds on. It's got a little bit sloppy from the home team, and they can ill afford to be giving balls away with unforced errors now, given the situation they're in. Despite having the lead, they're a man down. There's the long one towards Boyle. It is seen by Swallow, who comes to the right side of his box to claim it, and it stays Hibs 1, Hearts 0. All Hearts right now.
They need to keep the tempo up, Liam. They need to keep moving it from side to side. There we go. Altena's on the right now. Has to go out to him.
That's a big switch of play out to the far side for Altena. McGrath gets there first and puts it out for a throw-in, level with the Hibs penalty spot over on the east stand. Pat Stanton stands side. And Altena's going to take it himself. Bowls it back to Leonard. Leonard's midway inside Hibs territory. Low ball forward to Beningame. Back to Leonard. Out on the right side is Altena. Level with the penalty spot. Up against McGrath. He's got the cross-ins. Headed away by O'Hara. And then picked up by Owen Elding on this near side. First touch of the ball for Elding for a heck of a long time now as we go in towards the final 10 minutes of the opening 45. Elding continues to drive. Findlay pinches it back off him though. And he goes back to Swallow. He dinks it back to Findlay, left side of his box, and he's forced to head it forward to Leonard. He's done it well though. Leonard back to Halk at the edge of his box and out to Kingsley wide on the left. Yeah, played it out well.
They played it very well, but you know what? It's criminal in the first place. Elding's the only man that Hibs have got up the park, and he manages to pick the ball up with under no pressure and turn and run 50 yards.
You have no support as Altena picks up over on the right side. Midway inside Hibs territory. It's rolled back to Craig Halkett just outside the centre circle. Rolls it to his right for Altena, and then Kabore. Kabore attacking the box. He's got away from McGrath and he slides in. Comes off Boyle. Did it come off Boyle last? Yes, says the referee. The linesman over there had a better view of it. Seemed to be waiting for Don Robertson to make the decision, and eventually he points to the corner quadrant as we welcome BBC Radio Scotland FM and Sounds listeners who were tuned into Rangers 2, Motherwell 3. What a scoreline that is, and what a real inspiration it is for Hearts to turn this one round. They trail Hibs 1-0, but they are a man up after Raphael Salinger was sent off after Martin Boyle had given the home team the lead in his final Edinburgh derby. Leonard with a corner, Kabore with a header, cleared by Barlasser on the 6-yard line. It's picked up by Elding on the far side. He goes down and wins the free kick. Madness. And that just eats up a few more seconds because Hibs would love the half-time whistle. They've got 8.5 minutes plus stoppage time. There's going to be quite a lot of that, I would imagine. I think Miguel Chaiwa's down inside the box, having taken a dull one in the wake of that Leonard corner. 1-0 Hibs.
Crazy from Hearts there. Leonard, sometimes you don't know, John, what players are thinking, but you know, he's the only Hibs player up the park, and he fouls him and takes all the pressure off.
And Chaiwa's got a problem, and to be honest, he's had such a terrific season. Hibs can ill afford to be without him if he has to come off here.
He is the one midfielder that's got legs and energy, but he's not moving well.
He's been worked on just now. 2 medics on. There's going to be a fairly substantial stoppage time period at the end of this first half because of the VAR check after the Salinger handball outside his box.
I think it's a neck problem he's got here. Just looking down at Chaiwa. Hopefully he's okay. It's a chance for both managers to get their players over, as you can see, Liam.
Yeah, they're taking on some fluids as well. I asked John earlier what's going through Dave Gray's mind, but what's going through Derek McInnes's right now?
Well, I think they just need to calm down a little bit and get the ball into the wider areas. That's where they can get their joy. That's where the spare man is, because as a Hibs play a back four, they'll shuttle over to the side the ball's on. If they can quickly get it out and out to the other side, so there's your spare man.
So if I was Derek McInnes just now, I'd instantly go to a 4-3-3, get 2 wingers on, wide of the area, get the ball to your fullbacks, fullback to your winger, overlap, create a 2v1 in a wide situation which gets you to the byline, cutbacks. Easiest way to cut teams open, create 2v1s in the wide areas.
Alexandros Kizaridis and Islam Chesnikov amongst the Hearts subs today. Kizaridis hasn't been flying as he was in the opening months of the season. It looks as though Chai was going to be okay to continue. And he's waiting to come back on, and Hibs will be keen that he comes on immediately here, given they've only got 9 players out there at the moment. Free kick to be taken by Jordan Smith over in front of the famous 5, and Stanton stands over there, and it's a long ball with the left foot up towards the edge of the Hearts box, headed away calmly done by Halkett. McGrath loses it but wins it back off Braga, who took a poor touch, and then McGrath,
that's not a foul for me.
And the referee agrees with the Allen as McGrath went down.
Goes down easily, there's nothing wrong with that.
The Hearts throw in, they're giving it away though, but so is Bushiri. It's been scrappy out there at times. As Hearts win it back, Finlay's long ball, Braga will give chase, so O'Hara's the covering player for the home team, and he boots it up into the air. Paslak challenging with Kingsley, comes off Kingsley's left foot and out for a Hibs throw-in on the near side.
The Hibs goalkeeper, every time he gets it, he's launching it as high and as far as he can towards Martin Boyle. He's no chance. If he's played it long, he's got to be trying to drop it into his chest, so he's got some chance. It's not about distance and losing the ball, it's about trying to retain possession when you play it long.
Beningame on the turn, he's away from Chai while he's driving deep into the Hibs half, out to Braga on this near side. Braga turns it back to Kingsley. Now it's with Leonard. Then to the centre circle for Craig Halkett. Halkett then to Steinbender, right to the centre circle, to the left of it for Finlay with a low ball forward. It's pushed to Leonard, flicks it with the outside of the right to Braga. Now it's with Leonard, his route forward blocked by O'Hara. Breaks to Beningame, who finds Kabore, who's back to goal at the edge of the D of the Hibs box. Back to Leonard, out to Kingsley, takes a touch, crosses, cut out by Paslak, who's having a pretty decent game so far. He goes out for a Hearts throw-in, level with the Hibs penalty spot again on this near side.
But that's the thing, you know, Kingsley, first touch out his feet, try to cross it. Paslak does really well, blocks the cross, that's what he's there for. He's done a good job so far.
Hibs have survived nearly half an hour, a man down. Throw in Hearts though, Kingsley, long ball, we played 40.5 minutes and it comes, it's helped on its way towards Shanklin, turns it back to Altena, lovely touch into the box, he goes down towards the byline, good challenging by Owen Elding, he prevents the corner and knocks it out for a Hearts throw in on the far side, though Hibs felt Elding was fouled. Referee doesn't agree. Steinbender picks it up wide on the right, Altena skips away from Abita, he's got the cross in, it's headed away by O'Hara and breaks to Leonard. Now it's with Kingsley. Now it's with Shanklin, looks up, chip ball into the box for Braga, who hooks it high over the bar on his way to ground as he slaps the Easter Road turf in frustration. It stays Hibs 1, Hearts 0.
Hearts are having lots of the ball, lots of possession, but they're not getting to the byline for cutbacks. You're just getting it to the wing backs, which they're 1v1 with Hibs wing backs out there, or Hibs full backs. Going to try and create 2v1s in the wider areas. I'll be surprised if Derek doesn't change that.
Yeah. And I think his decision making also for Braga there, you know, it's a difficult one, he's back to goal, tries overhead kick, be better just holding it in, linking up, try and lay it off to someone coming onto the ball.
Seen one decisive derby victory today as Dundee United beat Dundee 3-0 at Tannadice, a couple from Will Ferry, another for Ryan Strain in that game at Tannadice, and then Rangers 2, Motherwell 3. A dog ball from Emmanuel Longolo on 25 and in the 90th minute. Fadinger and Longolo had Motherwell 2-0 up. Sharmiti and Raskan have brought Rangers back from 2-0 down for the second time in as many league matches. And unlike at Falkirk a fortnight ago, Rangers lose. If Hearts are able to turn this around, and Hibs having a good see at the moment, that's a loose header out of defence by Halkett. Boyle's onto it, scuffed effort at goal is blocked by Finlay, and it breaks back to Alexander Swallow. But that's a little reminder for Hearts, they've still got work to do at the back, even if they are a man up as they chase an equaliser.
A lot of work to do, and it's an unfamiliar back three for them as well. They don't play a three as such. You know, Derek likes to play a four, he's changed to a three today, match up with Hibs. But they've got to do their job, make sure that Elding and Boyle are picked up. Kingsley on this near side, chips it forward, looking for Braga, cut out by O'Hara up into the air, it goes to the halfway line. Boyle, good touch away from Kingsley, and he's brought to the ground by Beningame, and Hibs have a free kick on this near side. There was a point earlier in the season where Hearts were becoming the experts at playing with 10 men. And a couple of red cards, most notably the game at Dens Park.
They couldn't deal with it in Paisley, of course, but there were a couple of examples of Hearts being down to 10 men and able to see games out. Hibs trying to do that here. 2 minutes of the 45, less than that now to play, with Hibs 1-0 up. And there's going to be 7 minutes as it stands added on at the end of the minute and a half that's left of this. So still plenty time in this first half for both these teams. It's a free kick to Hibs taken by Barlasser.
Offside, a mile.
Elding well offside. And he grimaces at his teammates. Barlasser played it to him, and that just goes behind for the goal kick.
Just a complete waste.
Yeah, well, you load the box, John, as well. You know, it's your only time to get a ball in the box.
Unbelievable.
Again, it's players, but their thoughts, what you're thinking, what are they thinking here?
So slack. Leonard rolls it back to Halkett in the centre circle. He turns it out to this left-hand side for Stuart Findlay. Back to Halkett. Those two have weighed in with plenty of goals this season. They've got 6 apiece. The two centre-backs, as Leonard picks up and knocks it down the right-hand side touchline for Altena. Jinks away from McGrath, hits it with the outside of the right boot. The pass looking for Habori, but Obita sees it behind for the goal kick. Well defended by Jordan Obita. You can see why David Gray has put him back in this afternoon. He really rates him. In the 45th minute, 10-man Hibs 1, Hearts 0.
Excellent play from Obita. He's a steady Eddie. Every week you know what you're getting from Obita.
Goal kick, Hibs. Jordan Smith, who was terrific actually last season, wasn't he, in Hibs? Run to third spot, that wonderful run from November onwards.
He was very good, and then he just had a blip, had a bad time of it. I think his mum took to social media a spell as well.
Yeah. He's getting a chance. He's pulled off a quite magnificent save to deny Steinbender earlier. As we go into the first of those 7 minutes of stoppage time added on at the end, it was a good 4 or 5 minutes there for the red card decision. You saw Salinger ordered off. When you saw the replays, it's difficult to understand why it took so long to make the call. Yeah. And they were checking other things in the build-up to it, of course, not just as simple as the incident itself. Yeah, they need to check like the APP, the attacking phase of play, which is a build-up, see if there's been a foul or offside or handball, anything in the phase of play. So the bottom line is, we moan about VAR, but it's got to get the right decision, and it did. Yeah, here's Boyle for Hibs, wonderful play, gets to the byline, he's in the Hearts box, pulls it back, can't find a teammate though, and it's rifled to safety by Craig Halkett. And then the bouncing ball will drop in the midfield. Bashiri goes after it, the ref blows his whistle, and it's a yellow card here for Warren O'Hara, who's not complaining. The Hibs fans booing the shrill whistles, but I think O'Hara's reaction to that tells the story. He makes a bad decision with the clearance in the first place. Kabori's onto it, and as Kabori's trying to play it, he pulls his jersey, compounded with a double mistake from O'Hara. It's going to be a Hearts free kick then. Mark Leonard's over it, right to the centre circle in the Hibs half. In first half stoppage time. Excellent time to score, a dreadful time to concede. In comes Altena's cross into the Hibs box, it's headed half away. Braga looking for Kingsley, can't find him, and it's a foul there by Stephen Kingsley. He claimed he got more of the ball than the man, and he has gone right into the face of Don Robertson. Kingsley needs to cut. Yeah, and Chaiwas is dragging Kingsley away, and Braga's involved, Shanklin's involved, as tempers spill over in stoppage time here at Easter Road. Hibs 1, Hearts 0. Kingsley's going to be yellow carded here, and Paslak's going to be yellow carded. You just think, just calm down. It's a foul. He doesn't agree with it, Kingsley. But just the reaction from both players there. Heated debate. Both players yellow carded in the end. Shanklin's still having a go here with a beater. They're still having a go off the ball here. Sports sound here on BBC Radio Scotland, across the frequencies on FM, on medium wave, on sounds, on extra at bbc.co.uk/Sports Scotland. Hearts looking to take advantage of Rangers slipping up earlier on today at home to Motherwell. Celtic did win last night, and they were further adrift. But they will be second after the first post-split fixture list. As it comes back through to Swallow, who finds Steinbender. We played 3 of the 4 minutes of additional time, or 3 of the 7 minutes, 4 to go. Kingsley on this near side for Hearts. Rolls it back there to Findlay. It's a side foot ball from He out to the right side for Altena from Steinwender. Altena on the ball level with the edge of the centre circle over on the Hearts right. Back to Steinwender, who sweeps it to Halkett. Hibs is trying to get to half time here. It's Findlay out to Kingsley on this left side. Hearts have more often than not found a way this season. Kingsley goes to ground, he's got the free kick as well. It's not gone down well with the natives. It's a foul by Miguel Chaiwa, and it's a Hearts free kick at the left angle of the Hibs box, maybe about 7 or 8 yards away from the line of the penalty area at the side of it. And Kingsley and Leonard are both over it already.
Yeah, I thought it was a free kick, to be honest. I thought Kingsley of old, I'm thinking he's not going to try and run him, is he? He does.
The right call with the referee.
Yeah, one-man wall, Martin Boyle. Kingsley or Leonard. Here we go, Mark Leonard gets the cross in it comes, and through the ruck of bodies, Jordan Smith punches away. A little bit of help from some defenders as that drops out of play over on the far side for a Hearts throw-in. It stays 10-man Hibs 1, Hearts 0. We played 4.5 of the 7 that were added.
It was a terrific ball into the box, whipped in it, good height, good pace, just asking to be put in the back of the net.
Altena for Hearts, long ball from the halfway line on the right, gets it through, and Smith will see it behind for the goal kick. Hibs doing okay at the moment, aren't they?
Yeah, they are, and I think it's more to the problem what the Hearts do, more than anything. Hibs have got their shape, they know who to pick up, they know their distances all over the park. It's for Hearts to change now, and I think Derek Wall at half time, if it was me, I'd get Kizarides on.
Put Braga wide, get 2 wingers on the pitch. They've got to do that. They're not getting behind Hibs.
As it stands, it's a better weekend for Celtic than the other two, quite clearly. Hearts still have time to play with as we approach the interval. Hibs 1 up. It's back here with Paslak, who fires it high forward with the right foot. Boyle going after it. Halkett wins the header and clears. There's Elding wide in the right for Hibs, who scored late in the first half. The last time Hearts were here, as well as scoring early, but Elding loses out. And it breaks to Altena inside the box, the Hearts box, and it's switched to Steinwender.
That's a couple of times Elding he's got to do better with the ball. He's in good positions in the final third. He's got to retain possession.
Halkett for Hearts from inside the centre circle, rolls it side foot to the left for Leonard. Elding is the closest Hibs player as Leonard finds Findlay out left. Kingsley gets his cross into the box, just evades Shanklin. McGrath's touch will take it out for a Hearts throw-in right down by the corner flag over on the far side. We've played 6 of 7 minutes in stoppage time at the end of the first half at Easter Road.
It's a good ball in again from Kingsley, touch out his feet and in.
Steinwender gets it back from Altena on the far side. Does he get the cross in?
Don't go back, go forward.
Leonard gets the cross in towards Braga. It tries to force it goalwards, but Smith holds on to it. He's done well since coming on. Jordan Smith, he wouldn't have expected to be playing today, but he's been in the meat of it, John Collins.
Well, he's made the saves. His distribution for me could still be better, but he's made key saves. He's came for crosses.
High ball in the midfield, drops on the head of O'Hara, heads it forward. Chaiwa is on to it, but Don Robertson blows for half time. And despite the adversity, it is Hibernian who have the lead at the interval here in Leith. A fabulous goal. Jamie McGrath's free kick floated into the back post area where Martin Boyle met it flush, side foot finish into the top reverse left corner to give Hibernian the dream start. And they had that lead for 7 minutes before Raphael Salinger was sent off after the VAR check, handling outside his box. The denial of a goal-scoring opportunity for Pierre-Landry Cabore. And after the VAR check, Greg Aitken advised Don Robertson to come over for an on-field review. And after that on-field review, Hibs were reduced to 10 men. Salinger sent off. Jordan Smith came on for Nicky Cadden, who was sacrificed, and he pulled off a wonderful save. Steinwender, I think it was, got the final touch. We haven't seen a replay of it, but the header was goalward bound, and somehow he managed to claw it away. And bearing in mind, he's played well since coming on, this is Jordan Smith's first action since the 13th of September last year. But he's been in the thick of it, he's claimed crosses, he's punched corners and free kicks away. There's no doubt it's going to be a long second half for Hibs. But for Hearts, they trail just after Rangers drop 3 points at home to Motherwell. They need to turn this around because there is the prize of chiselling open a 4-point lead over the Ibrox side. And they would already be 3 points clear of Celtic as well, of course. But right now, the league leaders are behind because at half-time in Leith, it is 10-man Hibernian 1, Heart of Midlothian 0.
The Edinburgh Derby.
Live on Sports Sound.
What a game!
Scottish football lives here.
On BBC Radio Scotland.
I'm Ruben Pallister. That's Niall Kennedy.
On BBC iPlayer.
Ruben is the best and the worst thing all at once.
You still think of him as the boy you grew up with?
From the writer and creator of Baby Reindeer.
He's a psycho. I will put you to sleep. Do you understand?
Starring Richard Gadd and Jamie Bell.
I'm the reason you have meaning in your miserable life.
I hate everything about you.
Half Man.
We might not flow through each other's veins, but we flow for each other's brains.
Watch on BBC iPlayer.
This is Sports Sound with me, Richard Gordon. We're heading through what is a marathon programme, of course, and bringing you all the action from this Sunday in the Premiership. Our first commentary ended 3-0 for Dundee United against Dundee. Right now, we're midway through the Edinburgh Derby, our third commentary, with Hibernian ahead against Hearts, thanks to Martin Boyle's goal. And in between times, we brought you full coverage from Ibrox. Rangers 2, Motherwell 3, Fadinger and Longolo in the first half for Motherwell. Rangers hitting back through Chermiti and Rascan, but Longolo cutting in and with the aid of a deflection off the head of Fernandez, giving Motherwell that 3-2 win. John Rankin and Peter Lovencrantz have held on just have a chat with us before they head off to join the traffic, queuing to get away from Ibrox. John, you did say beforehand, not a chance this finishes 0-0. There will be goals, there will be entertainment, there will be drama aplenty. It absolutely lived up to the billing, that game, didn't it?
I didn't think it'd be quite exciting as that, to be honest with you, Richard. Wow, it got us off our seats for at the very beginning. It was unbelievable. What a game, what an advert for Scottish football. Motherwell started, they caught everybody with surprise with the shape and the way they lined up. Played some really good football and deservedly were 2 in front, could maybe have been more in front at half time. Rangers didn't look as if they were too passive in the first half. Second half they came out much more aggressive, they got their crowd in their side and really on the front foot, get themselves back in the game. And even at 2-2 we knew there was going to be a goal in it, we just didn't know which way it was going to go. Rangers piled bodies forward and then Callum Ward comes, collects, throws, and the energy for the Motherwell players to get forward and get themselves the third goal and the winner was incredible. But what a game of football. I go back to it, Motherwell, for me, a team of football players. It was 2 contrasting styles. Rangers big, powerful athletes. Motherwell, smaller guys, can handle the ball, go and play football. All of them very aware of what's around them, but can handle a football. And wow, what a game of football.
Yeah, it was a little bit different in the second half. Maybe inevitably Rangers were going to get a bit more of it, Peter, and certainly forced themselves back into it, got back on level terms. When they do that with 20 minutes to go, you've got to fancy them to go on and finish the job. And that says everything you need to know about the Motherwell and how they withstood that and had the mentality, the desire and the skill to get back in front and to win that game.
Yeah, I think Rangers coming out the second half, I think the key one was Mikey Moore coming on the pitch. He was absolutely outstanding in the second half, and he created so much problems for Motherwell to try and stop him getting the ball and driving forward and open up spaces to help his teammates to get into better positions as well. And you know what, they huffed and they puffed Rangers, and you know what, they could have actually won it themselves. Jamie has had a huge chance to go 3-2 up, I think it is, before Motherwell goes and scores, and he has to score. It's a fantastic save, don't take that anything away from it, it's a good save, but he has to score. He's completely on his own in the 6-yard box, he has to score, but then Motherwell goes up and shows the desire, like John said, we talked about it as well here. the way they burst forward. I mean, when Callum Watt comes and collects that ball, it's Steve O'Donnell who's flying forward in a counter-attack, creating a 4v3 situation for Motherwell against Rangers and scoring a goal in the 90th minute, where normally you would probably see any other team at 2-2 at Ibrox will like keep your defenders back and defend it to, you know, make sure you hold on, at least get something from the game. But they decided it must have been something to do with the coaching as well. It must have been, we talked about it, me and John, we said that as well. It must have been something to do with the coaching, that is the way they play. They don't settle for a draw or whatever it is. They'll go for it, and they felt like they could win it, and they went and did it. You know, they deserved it. They were the better team, especially in the first half. Second half was more even, but they were the better team on the day, and they fully deserved the 3 points.
Yeah, I think anyone who saw the whole game would have to absolutely admit that. Just a final thought, John. Here we are, getting towards the end of this weekend at the top of the table. Right now, it's looking like a very good weekend for Martin O'Neill and Celtic, isn't it?
It's a great weekend for Martin O'Neill and Celtic right now. It's half time in the derby, obviously. Hearts are losing 1-0. It's so close, but Richard, there's so many things can happen. This Motherwell side, watching them this afternoon, they've still got Hearts and Celtic to play.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone can take anything for granted just now. Obviously the Rangers fans, as we spoke about, Peter, when we arrived today, they were here for it was a carnival atmosphere. They were here because they thought we're favourites now, and it's not turned out that way. So there's so many twists and turns. It's exciting. I'm really looking forward to the next 3 or 4 weeks. It's breathtaking as this was this afternoon.
Yeah. Look, guys, we'll let you head off. Thank you so much for sticking with us, and thanks for you joining Al Lamont for the commentary there at Ibrox. So already 3-0 Dundee United, 3-2 Motherwell, and Hibernian 1, Heart of Midlothian 0. Hibs down to 10 men. Raphael Salinger, eventually sent off. I think it was about 5 minutes ultimately before, or it might even have been 6 by the time everything got sorted out. Don Robertson went across, decided it was a red card. Then of course you've got which players coming off, and then you've got to get the goalie ready, so it just took an inordinate amount of time. By that time, of course, Hibernian already in front. An excellent finish, John Collins, from Martin Boyle to put them in the lead in the game.
It was a fabulously worked set piece. The right hand side, McGrath delivered it beautifully to the back post, whipped it in swinger, and Boyle does what he does. He's sharp in the box, gets the space and pops it in the back of net. Dream start from Hibs' point of view. They never, first 5 minutes, 10 minutes, they hardly had a touch. Hearts were the dominant team. Probably the first time Hibs went up the pitch, they got the goal.
Yeah.
But it all changed with the sending off.
It's just madness from Salinger, isn't it?
Yeah, there's just a lack of concentration. It's so obvious. Just take a step back, or if he is coming forward, he's got to header it or kick it or clear it. But what you don't do is you don't have to hold on outside the box. We knew from here straight away it was outside the box. I don't know how it can take 5 minutes. Pathetic, ridiculous is a word from VAR's point of view. You can see that instantly. But Hearts, I thought, huffed and puffed, put lots of balls in the box, but I think Derek might change the system, go 4-3-3, get wingers on the pitch. They're putting balls in the box, but Hibs seem to most of the time dealing with it either here, heading it clear, or the goalkeeper's coming and taking it. But law of averages, if Hearts keep putting balls in the box, they'll score a goal. I'll be very surprised if they don't score a goal this afternoon.
They are going to have to try to find something different though, Alan, aren't they? Because what they've been doing so far isn't working. I mean, other than the superb save by Smith from Steinwinder's header, they really haven't created anything much at all.
No, and it's a bit slow and pedestrian, Richard. That's the problem. I mean, you've got 10 men, we talked about it in commentary. Hibs have got a back four, they're shuttling over whatever side the ball's on. The way out of that is to get to the other side as quick as you can, get it out to the other winger, which will be Kingsley or Altena, whatever one it may be. But the problem that Hearts have got is going from Finlay to Halkett to Steinwender. Before it gets out there, can Halkett miss Steinwender out and go out to Altena quick? Can they miss Halkett out in the middle and get out switched out to Kingsley quick? Because then that gives, the time it moves across, Hibs adjust. And that's the problem that Hearts have got. And Hibs have got a really good shape. Their back fours, they've got their distances right. Paslak's done well at right back, or Beater's done well at left back. Bashiri and O'Hora have done all right at centre halves as well. But it's a long, long way to go. 45 minutes. I expect, like John, that Derek makes changes 5, 10, 20, 15 minutes into the second half. If it stays the same, they don't get the goal. They need to bring even a Forrest on, just someone that's going to give them legs in the wider area to stretch them. And I wouldn't be surprised if that was, as I said, within the next 5 or 10 minutes into the second half, if it's not working, because it was frustrating watching it. You can see it when you're up here watching it, that they need to move the ball quicker into the wider areas. Now, Tenor's not quite done enough for me in that wider area.
Would you wait that long? Would you not just, I mean, you've seen what's been happening.
Maybe do it now.
Yeah.
But I don't think, looking at the subs are down there, I can see Kizaridis is down there, Kajota's there, Forrest, Mato, they're all still out here, so he's maybe going to give it 5 or 10 minutes. But what an opportunity. You get that result from Ibrox. It's an opportunity here to try and get 3 points and to really, go 4 ahead of Rangers, 3 again ahead of Celtic. With Rangers to come at Tynecastle on Monday, you could actually finish Rangers off at Tynecastle. So I think that Derek's going to have to roll the dice. At the moment, they're coming away with nothing. He's going to have to roll it and throw more attacking players on in the wider area for me.
Yeah, and particularly in the wake of what has been, John, a disappointing away run for Hearts. As was pointed out earlier, they've been losing games. Picked up just the 1 point in recent times.
I mean, Hearts have got to capitalise on having the extra man. I mean, I think Derek's got to go 4-3-3, get 2 wingers, tell them, hug the touchline. You've got to tell the fullbacks, you feed that winger, and as soon as it comes to the fullback, fire it to the winger, tell the winger straight away, drive at the fullback, because you'll be getting tired, and opposite fullback going round the winger. That's what you need. Create 2v1s, wide areas, get to the byline, because most of the crosses are coming from, say, 15 or 20 yards out. There's some good deliveries on the left-hand side here from Kingsley into the box, but it's still easy for central defenders. Once you get to that byline, it's a totally different ball game from defenders. They don't know what's behind them. They're facing the ball. So for me, I think I would go change that if I was Derek. They've got to move the ball quicker, because ultimately Hibs will tire as the game goes on, but you've got to keep working Hibs from Hearts' point of view.
But the thing is as well, that Hearts have got to really be cool in the head, Richard, because they've got players on bookings as well here, and the fans here, Hibs fans are baying for the referee to even this up. He really is. They're going ballistic every time there's a free kick against, so they have to cool down. Braga lost it a little bit, Kingsley was involved for one as well. They just need to be disciplined if they can. Hibs have been very good. Defensively, Hibs have been excellent. As good as I've seen, actually, they get their distances for full-backs to centre-halves. The midfield players are back and supporting the matching runners. I mean, you can see them when a beater makes a challenge, or Paslak, who had a brilliant clearance at the near post. They're geeing the fans up, they're high-fiving each other, they're trying to keep this clean sheet, because they know if they can do that, makes a massive dent for them. They'll be disappointed in that Motherwell result, because they've tried to hunt down them for 4th. But they've got their own game to try and win here.
From Hibs' point of view, they've done very well, as Alan said, defending their goal, clearances, putting their blocks. But what they haven't done well is when they've won it, can you keep it? Can you make 3, 4, 5, 6 passes? Have a little rest with the ball. If you're continually playing it up the pitch, giving it back to Hearts without Hearts working in any shape or form to get it back, eventually they'll just tire, and eventually the chances will come for Hearts.
Tom English also there on his thoughts. Extensive thoughts will be online later, bbc.co.uk/sportscotland. With a chat beforehand, Tom, as anticipated. Well, actually, you're no nearer to knowing what kind of sum up you're going to be writing later.
No, I'm not, and it's I think it's in the balance. I think it's hard. I mean, you look at the stats, I'm laughing at the stats. It's just like it's 13-3 shots. All of these are in favour of Hearts, obviously, because they're a man up. They've 29 touches in the Hibs box to 2 the other way around. 73% possession. 21 crosses to 1. Now, like some of these crosses, as John was saying, some of these crosses are good.
Yeah.
Some of them are pretty poor. Hibs are defending really, really well. I don't think, there's a load of energy in Hearts. I think they're moving the ball. I know the boys are saying they should be moving quick. I think they're moving it quickly enough. I just don't think they're thinking their way through this game very well. There's loads of energy, and it's, I think, to an element they're trying too hard. They look a bit panicky to me, almost if they're rushing things, they're forcing things. Just a little calm down. Get Kirsarides on for sure. Get Braga. Get the wingers on. I think that has to be done. But I think they're all a bit frenetic. I think they just need to chill out a little bit and just think their way through it, like surgical precision, because there is space out there.
You've got to imagine that is all part of the pressure that is brought to bear when you're in a title race like this, and you have not had the experience of being involved previously. There is going to be a change for Hearts. It is Karsjota. I see coming on for the second half. After bringing you a 3-0 win for Dundee United against Dundee and a 3-2 win for Motherwell at Ibrox, we are midway through Hibernian against Hearts. Highlights of all the games on Sports Scene tonight, 7:15, BBC Scotland channel. But let's settle back and enjoy the remaining live action for this weekend with Alan Preston, John Collins and Liam McLeod.
Well, it's Carriota for Altena for Hearts. First change for them. And it comes for the start of the second half. We're actually still waiting on the Hibs players making their way back out onto the park. And
I've got to say it's a positive change.
Yeah, you happy with that?
He's never started a game, Carriota, but he always comes on, looks lively, he crosses for fun as well with the left foot.
First derby of the season.
Yeah.
Hearts don't win that game if it's not for him.
Yeah.
Wonderful ball which Halkett stabbed home. Hibs, they only had, before a fortnight ago, one red card in the league this season. We've got red cards in back-to-back games now. Grant Hanley sent off at Pittodrie last time out. As the Hibs players make their way back out onto the park now. Fairly heroic defensive rearguard action from them in that half an hour that they had to survive with 10 men. They're going to have to go 45 plus here. But they know if they keep a clean sheet, they will wound Hearts and their hopes of winning the title for the first time since 1960. They really do not want that happening in these neck of the woods. Hibs will kick off the second half, right to left in the green and white. Hearts in the maroon and white, left to right, shooting south towards their supporters. In the second half, Hibs towards the famous 5 stand as Don Robertson begins the second half, and it's rolled back to Jordan Smith, who launches it forward. It's one in the air there by Leonard. His header goes into the Hibs half where O'Hara nods it through, and then it's knocked back towards O'Hara. Long ball, Boyle chases, but out comes Swallow to gather at the edge of his own box. Really important opening 10-15 minutes of the second half. You feel in particular for Hibs here, Hearts will want to set the tone. And then if they score early in the second half, you would fancy they'd go on to win the match. There's Claudio Braga for them, first attack of note in the second half. Braga's cross, Carriota was waiting at the back post, won well by Obita. Really put a foot wrong in that first half as he launches it clear up towards Elding. Beaten to it by Halkett, but Chaiwa looks to help it on its way to McGrath. Breaks back to Barlasser, heads it forward. Elding can't make it stick, and he's not made it stick all afternoon. As the offside flag goes up, I think, against Kabori. And actually, what's been lost in the sands of time, John, was that opportunity when it was still 11 against 11 and Hibs were 1-0 up, when Jamie McGrath tried to slip it through to an Elding. He would have been one-on-one with Alexander Swallow to make it 2-0.
Yeah, that was a wonderful opportunity, started by Boyle, playing a great little ball through McGrath. And unlike him, normally he makes quality passes in the final third. He completely miscued it.
Long ball from Smith, one in the air by Halkett. His header back up towards the halfway line on this near side. Obita looking to see it out for a throw, which he does eventually, as Kabori puts it out. So it's Smith in goal for Hibs. Paslak, O'Hara, Bashiri, Obita, Chaiwa, Barlasser, McGrath, Boyle, Elding. Hearts following goal. Steinbender, Halkett, Findlay, Carriota, Beningame, Leonard, Braga, Shanklin, Kabori. Hibs with a throw in on this near side level with the edge of the centre circle in the Hearts half. Ball forward to Elding, one in the air by Steinbender. This time he heads it out for a Hibs throw further up the park. It's beyond the midway point of the Hearts half here. And Obita bowls it in field to McGrath. Back to Obita on the touchline. Forward for Elding. It's another poor touch by he. And Hearts are able to clear their lines. But here's Paslak, he's out of position, and that's a nasty one on Beningame. The ref's gone in his pocket. Yellow for Paslak. And that is a second one, and Hibs are down to 9.
Wow.
So guys were saying it seemed pretty cut and dried he'd be off there. And Felix Paslak, he was booked in the first half, has been ordered off, and he joins Raphael Salinger for an early bath. And Hearts have a 2-man advantage 2.5 minutes into the second half, though they do still trail 1-0.
It didn't look nice at all. Seemed to run his leg, studs down Beningame's shin there.
Well, it all came from a poor first touch from him. It bounced away from him. It's in mid-air, and he's through his leg. It's always dangerous when the ball's away in front of you.
I think he catches him in the knee.
Right. It could have been just above the knee.
I think he's lucky it's not to be a straight red.
It could easily have been a straight red when you see it. Studs have just raked down Benny Beningame's right thigh. And Hibs are down to 9. My goodness, Alan, Hearts have got to make hay now while the sun's shining.
I think Derek has to bring on someone. Hibs will bring on another centre half, I would imagine, or someone to play in that right back area. But I think Hearts have got to get another winger on, another striker on, more bodies in the box.
Kingsley for Hearts as they attack. It's a clip ball into the box. Kabori heads it back towards the 18-yard line rather than the goal towards Shanklin. Boyle loses it though. Now it's Claudio Braga. Wide right for Carriota. Level with the 6-yard line. Low ball across. It's cleared by Bushiri. Up goes the roar from the Hearts supporters. And David Gray is going to make a change, and it's going to be Megwa who's going to come on, and he's going to replace Elding, who's not had a very good afternoon anyway. But my goodness, this is a tall order for Hibs now, isn't it?
Well, handing a plate for Hearts. It looks like it's their lucky day. 9 men with 40 minutes to go.
You're saying that, John, but Hearts haven't done enough, even early on in the second half.
Yeah, but there's such a long way to go.
There is, I get it. But again, we'll drill it in. It has to be wider areas that Hearts will get their joy. Even more so now.
I've said it since they got the first player sent off. You've got to go wide and try and get to the byline.
Niall Megwa comes on to try and shore things up at the back, but it's odds on now, surely, that Hearts turn this around and pick up all 3 points. Throw in here, Leonard level with the 18-yard line on the near side. If they don't pick up all 3 points, what an opportunity missed it'll be. Yes. Here's Halkett squaring it to Findlay, midway inside the Hibs half. It's rolled out to the left into the sunshine there for Kingsley, taking on Megwa, who's just on. Crosses in, takes a deflection behind for a Heart of Midlothian corner.
And this is
Hibs
another one.
Hearts nil.
Sorry, Liam. This is another one where Hearts have to take 2 out and play short, because Hibs will need to take 2 out, and they're 2 men down. Hearts should be taking another man out, even if he doesn't get it. Make sure that Hibs have to put 2 out.
Well, here comes the latest corner. It's going to be an outswinger from that left-hand side. Kingsley over it. In it comes. It's cleared by Chaiwa. Beningame gives chase on the far side. This is going to be one-way traffic in the second half now as Chaiwa blocks Kingsley's attempted ball down the left side. You mentioned that in the first half when Salinger was sent off that David Gray might have been practicing with 10 men. Was he practicing with 9?
I've not seen many coaches practicing with 9, to be honest.
Beningame rolls it out to Kingsley. It's beyond midway point of the Hibs half over on the left-hand side. Infield to Beningame. Now it's Leonard. Thought about winding up the shot. Instead he plays it to Braga inside the box. Shanklin tries to return the favour. Clear by Megwa. Only as far as Kingsley. Here's Beningame. 51 on the clock. 1-0 Hibs. Hearts knocking on the door here. Leonard, square ball for Findlay. Little ball to Shanklin. Forward it comes to Kabori on the turn. Braga's in. Saved by Smith. And there was no flag. Still alive. Kingsley on the follow-up. Blocked by Megwa. And Hearts have a corner again.
What a save from Smith. Lovely 1-2. You think, oh, John Braga dink it. No, he goes for the shot. Good save by Smith.
Kept him in it. Another great save.
And another Hearts corner on the far side. Kingsley again, into the box it comes off Kabori, who's going to knock it back out of, it's actually come up a Hibs player last out for a Hearts throw in. Kingsley takes level with the penalty spot. 2 balls on the pitch here. We have to take this throw again, I think.
Poor quality coming in from Kingsley. He's better than that. That's 2 in a row now. He's hit the first man. Again, I'll say it again. They should try and get that play it short.
Just keep playing the ball, Hearts, for Hearts. Move it quick.
Beningame fires it out to Carriota wide on the right, up against Obita. Carriota attacking the right side of the box, the right angle of it. He's found Shanklin. Shanklin leaves it for Steinwender, rolls it back to Carriota. Carriota for Shanklin. Level with the penalty spot. Brilliant ball across. Megwa puts it behind for the corner at the back post. Brilliant defending, and what a ball in it was by Shanklin.
A tremendous play from Shanklin. He's looked up, he's seen the gap, he's drilled it right across, just asking to be tapped into the back post. Good defending from Hibs.
52.5 played. 9-man Hibs, 1 Hearts nil. Under the pumper Hibs though. In comes the corner. Shanklin wins the header ahead of Bushiri. Nodded away by Chaiwa. It's going to come back out wide left here for Kingsley though. Kingsley sweeps it in first time and Braga slices it off balance well wide. Goal kick Hibs. 1-0 Hibs. How long can they keep Hearts out?
Honest, I don't get Claudio Braga. He's been brilliant. Absolutely magnificent he's been. But Messi couldn't have done that. He could not have scored that. It's dropping on his left foot. He's not set up right for it at all. Hold it in, link up, roll it back to someone who's coming straight onto it.
Jordan Smith trying to take as long as he possibly can over this goal kick, just trying to get a few more seconds off that clock. He's still so long to play though. Long ball forward, Finlay wins the header, comes off Bushiri, breaks the Cariotta on this near side. A beat up for company, wins it back, flicks it in field to McGrath, who's bundled to the ground by Cariotta. Hibs have a free kick on the near side and they want further punishment meted out to Cariotta there. It's not coming. It will be a free kick only. But the thing is, Hibs cannot complain about either red card. And as the guys were saying, the second one's a second yellow for Paslak, but actually, had that gone unnoticed by Norton Robertson and gone to a VAR review, it could easily have been a straight red.
Yeah, the refs made correct decisions.
Bita over the free kick for Hibs and encouraged to get on with it by the referee. And he waits level with the edge of the centre circle inside his own half. Hearts fans unhappy with the length of time he's taking. I'm not sure what Bita's problem is here. He's going to have to get on with it, and eventually he does with the left foot. Long ball into the Hearts penalty box. Boyle can't get anything onto it, and it sails behind for the goal kick. It is 9-man Hibernian 1.
So Hearts have to try and entice Hibs out.
Well, they're stuck to their back three. Boyle's on his own chasing. Three of them back there, and he's still chasing.
Why do you need three central defenders on the pitch?
He needs to bring someone. It has to bring. Well, Spittle. He needs someone on Derek McCast. He needs to change it.
For the life of me, I cannot see a way that Hibs don't concede in this match. We shall wait and see. It's Chaiwa driving down the right, deep into the Hearts half here, but Beningame pinches it off him and knocks it back to his goalkeeper. Now they've got one player out of position in Chaiwa.
Yep. Tremendous play from Beningame.
Out it comes to Cariotta, goes across the halfway line. Moves infield away from McGrath. And then back to Findlay. Of course, Hearts not just dealing with the expectation of having two extra players, they're also dealing with the expectation of being top of the league and going for a title and creating history.
Again, though, you see it, it's too slow. Findlay to Halkett to Steinvent. They've got to miss one out. Hibs have got 8 men outfield.
And Steinvender on this near side level with the Hibs penalty spot. Little dink in there to Shanklin, holding off O'Hara. Shanklin on the turn, looking for space to shoot. Eventually it's back to Beningame, and it's blocked heroically by Bushiri on the 6-yard line. Leonard keeps it in play on this near side. It's with Cariotta. Left foot cross comes in, headed away by Obita. Findlay picks up this time. Now it's with Halkett. He can't resist the shot, and it's forced the save from Smith down low to his right at the expense of yet another Heart of Midlothian corner. Hibs still lead 1-0 though.
I think it was going wide anyway, but it made sure popped it around the post.
He's been brilliant, Smith. He's been excellent. Everything he's had to do, he's collected. Cross balls coming in, he's made good saves. His kicking frustrates you, John.
Oh, his kicking frustrates me so much.
In swinging corner this time. Kingsley off the corner duty for now. It will be Mark Leonard with the right foot from the left hand side, and it comes to the back post, headed away by Bushiri. Boyle gets straight ahead of Shanklin. Boyle takes it out to this near side, and then he smashes it off Kabore and wins his team a throw. And my goodness, that's a result for Martin Boyle. That
is a result. Probably take 2 minutes to take the throw in as well.
The thing is, when you're down to 9 men, if you do, in the rare occasions you get the ball in your own half, what on earth do you do with it?
Nah, you don't want possession actually. Hibs don't want it, they just want play in the corners. That's the reality now.
Change for Hearts, Kabore off, Alexandros Kizaridis comes on before the hour mark.
Should have been done a while ago if you ask me.
Steinvender for Spittle as well, Liam.
Oh yeah. Well, Steinvender, who went closest for Hearts, that header in the first half which Jordan Smith kept out. The player Spittle comes on, so
I'm sure Megwa
two attacking players.
I'm sure Megwa played right back against Kizaridis in the 3-2, didn't give him a kick.
Well, they are direct opponents again over on the far side. So changes by Derek McInnes, John Collins.
No surprise, it needs width, needs fresh legs. Hibs will be bringing players on as well, we'd imagine, the next 5-10 minutes.
Boyle holding off Halkett, the Hibs fans howling for a free kick, and eventually it comes. The referee's keeping his card in his pocket for Craig Halkett. Actually, there could have been 2 or 3 fouls by Halkett in one fell swoop there. Firstly, a huge grab of Boyle's shirt.
I don't know what he's thinking.
Honestly, they're not. Hearts are getting dragged into not playing the game. You know what Hibs are going to try and do. They're 2 men down. They're going to try and take their time. They're going to try and back in. They're going to try and win fouls so they can kill the game. That's what they're doing, and they're doing it very, very well. Hearts are getting enticed into that. They're fighting with them when they don't need to.
Free kick Hibs. Obita and McGrath.
And these are the rare
they're up the pitch here.
Yeah, these are the rare opportunities here for Hibs.
However, a poor free kick, and Hearts could spring them at the other end. McGrath, whose free kick set up Boyle for the game's only goal, scored in 7 minutes. 59 on the clock now.
Yeah, it's a left footer.
Hibs down to 9. They've only got 4 to hit in the box there.
I think McGrath will hit it with it in. There we go.
McGrath does, but it doesn't beat the first man, Shanklin. And now, just as I said, Hibs are out of position as it's played out to Beningame on the far side. Beningame knocks it forward to Kizeridis, gets it back to Beningame and gives it back to the Greek. Passes it to Kingsley, back down the line, and then infield to Findlay, who finds Leonard in loads of space.
Hibs are working really hard, getting back into their shape, every single player.
Out to Spittle wide in the right, he's just on. Down to Cariotta, level with 18-yard lines, back to Spittles. Controls with the undersole and passes it to the touchline for Cariotta, looking to return the favour to Spittle. It's well read, they've managed to prevent the corner as well as Lasser clears, but it's not a great clearance. It's picked up here by Leonard, who's attacking the box. He shoots, he's hit it flush off the crossbar as it bounces back to Kingsley. Kizeridis on the left, faced by Megwa. Back to Kingsley, controls, crosses, headed away by Bushiri. And then Chaiwa with a strong challenge and header away as he brings Leonard to the ground. Hearts come again with Kizeridis wide in the left. Infield to Leonard, the edge of the Hibs box. And they shoot the goal frame. It's Kingsley's cross. It's too close to Smith, who gathers. Hibs have got to the hour mark with their 1-0 lead intact. They're playing with just 9 men.
Incredible.
It's comfortable, John. Comfortable.
But fatigue's going to set into Hibs. Centre halves are starting to look tired.
Yeah, and there's still a third of this game to go.
So much work, and he's going to have to think his substitutes, but again you're thinking, do you make changes now?
That's a clever header by McGrath out to Boyle on the near side. Hibs up the park here. Martin Boyle shoots some distance. It's well wide, but I guess at this point, as soon as he sees the goal, he's going to have to go for it, because you never know, you might score a worldie, but if you pass and lose the ball, you could be in big trouble. There might be more changes coming here for Hibs. See the likes of Josh Campbell, Joe Newell down there getting ready, so Dave Gray's going to freshen things up for the home team and try and preserve this lead for as long as possible. Can they, against all the odds, hold on to it for, it's going to be more than half an hour at this point? Seems unlikely.
I would love to say yes, but it's very unlikely.
It's Leonard for Hearts in the Hibs half. Options
it's
everywhere.
Very likely, John. It's very likely. Kizeridis on it, needs to get at him.
And he's taking on Megwa, gets the cross in. It's a little bit overhit, but Cariotta makes it work and flicks it back to Shanklin, right hand side of the 6-yard box. Cross is blocked, picks up the scraps and finds Cariotta right side of the box. Back to Leonard. Caresses it back out wide right for Cariotta, facing Obita, level with the penalty spot, now level with the 6-yard line, now at the byline, crosses in the back post, and it's headed away by Megwa behind for the corner, with Braga waiting to pounce at the back post. It's still in play actually, and eventually goes out for a Hearts throw-in on the far side. Kingsley takes quickly, Kizeridis dancing into the box, runs into Megwa, fouls Megwa. Hibs free kick inside their own penalty area, 62.5 on the clock. The scoreline is 9-man Hibernian 1, Heart of Midlothian 0, as those changes are made now by Hibs, and they're going to bring off Dan Barlasser, they're going to bring off Martin Boyle, who's now finished with the Edinburgh Derby, but he's right now with the biggest say of all, scoring his 5th Edinburgh Derby goal in his final Edinburgh Derby appearance. Is it going to be enough for 3 points?
Brilliant goal, great finish. His last Edinburgh derby. All credit to the boy. He deserves this standing ovation he's getting.
He's a legend here. Arrived on loan from Dundee, and then eventually there was a swap deal done, Alan, involving Alex Harris, who went to Dens from here. Boyle came here over a decade ago now, and he's a Hibs legend, forever will be.
Without a doubt, he's been a terrific signing for them, really. He's got, I think he's over 100 goals as well. Been excellent.
If they can hang on to this 1-0 and it's a winning goal.
It'd be remarkable, wouldn't it? But this season has taught us to expect anything.
Late goals.
And everything. Hearts have scored so many late goals this season. So they'll keep plugging away and hope that they don't have to rely on late goals today. As Smith hits it long, up the park it goes. So those changes being made with Josh Campbell coming on. And Ante Sciutto has gone up front as well, and Joe Newell, the club captain, also coming onto the park.
Again, the key thing for Hibs is everybody gets straight back into the positions, nice and compact. Just drop off. Let Hearts come on to you. Don't go to them. Don't go to them, Chewad. Don't go to them, Sciutto. Let them come on to you. Don't waste your energy.
Played out to the near side for Spittle for Hearts, down the line for Cariotta, level with the Hibs 18-yard line now. It's Cariotta having a go at Obita here. Now he goes into the box, gets the byline, brilliant ball across, it's in! That's surely over the line. Shankly got the touch. Shankly got the touch, and the goal counts. And the league leaders finally break through the Hibernian resistance. Shankland bundles it over the line. Hibs couldn't keep it out, and on 65 minutes it is Hibernian 1, Heart of Midlothian 1, and Hearts have the best part of 30 minutes to try and go on and win this game now.
What did I say about an hour ago? When you get to the byline, you create chances. Get to the byline, bang, goal.
We've been saying it, and I said it again, Liam. This guy Cariotta doesn't start games, always has an impact. Always has an impact. It's well over the ball. The ball's a good yard over the line. It's no, but Cariotta, he's done it at Tynecastle where he whips one in for Halkett to score, and he's done it there. I don't know if it's an own goal.
I think it's going to go down as an O'Hara OG in the end. But Shanklin was in there causing the chaos, as was Cariotta, and Hearts are level. And suddenly Hibs would sign up for a point. You suspect they're not even going to get that.
Highly unlikely, but you never know.
Abita's long ball forward is headed away by Spittle. Breaks to Leonard, nods it through looking for Braga. Bushiri wins the header and nods it out for a Hearts throw-in on this near side. And I guess right now, Alan, I mean, Hearts don't need to go full pelt. And
they do, Liam, I'm sorry, they do. They're playing against a team with 2 men down. They've got to go full pelt. They need to get this next goal. They need to get it quick and then go again. This is a chance. Hibs are down to 9 men. Goal difference might be the difference come the end of this season.
Goal difference, okay.
Do not rest on your laurels and think we'll score in the last few minutes.
Newell reversing it to Chaiwa on the far side. He's lost it, and it's now with Findlay. Level with the edge of the centre circle. He's in his own half, squares it to Halkett. Now it's with Leonard. Rangers have the better goal difference right now, but a reminder, Rangers dropped all 3 points against Motherwell earlier on this afternoon. Hearts, if they can win this, would go 4 clear of Danny Rühl's men, and they would also restore that 3-point advantage over Celtic, and it would be Hearts who would be the big winners, because they were a point clear coming into the first post-split games. They could be 3 clear with just 4 games to go, and with a chance, as Alan was saying, if they win this, they could effectively rule Rangers out of the title race a week tomorrow night with a win there. That's how important that game's going to be for Rangers. Hearts still have a game to win here. They need to break through again. As Hibs pick up a throw-in midway inside their own half on this near side. And that win for Motherwell earlier didn't exactly do them any favours, though odds are that 5th place will be enough for Europe if Celtic win the Scottish Cup. Newell's challenge on Shanklin, wins it back well as the club captain. And then Leonard goes in a crunch challenge with Campbell. Leonard's ended up on the deck, and he's holding on to his left foot there. as it comes right back through to Jordan Smith. There is a quarter of this derby to play. It's 1-1. 9-man Hibs on the ball. Leonard's back on his feet. And a friendly exchange with Josh Campbell after that. So they both went in for that 50-50. Long ball for Shuto. Halkett's challenge. Breaks to Leonard for Hearts. Now with Kingsley. Then back to Findlay. And then Findlay goes back to Schwolo. Shuto closing him down. Schwolo gets it out to Spittle. Little touch forward to Cariotta. Gives it back to Spittle. There was a foul on Cariotta and Don Robertson. It's going to bring it back because there's no advantage in the end for Hearts, who gave it away. So the ref brings it back. Yeah, I mean, you do get... I mean, Alan, obviously, he's talking about the goal difference. He'll still be scarred from 1986.
Exactly. Listen, Liam, it's all about winning the game. I mean, this is an opportunity for Hearts to win 3 points here at Easter Road, but can they add to the goal tally?
Well, I think first thing, Derek McKenna, they'll all be thinking of the winning goal. I don't think it'd be too bothered about a 3 and a 4.
I get that, but I'm just saying, you've got to try and go, don't rest on your laurels just now. Try and get that second goal quickly.
Cariotta to Spittle. They're up the pitch here, Hearts. Level with the Hibs 18-yard line. Cariotta infield to Beningame. Gives it back to Cariotta, dancing into the box. Obita with the challenge and gets it clear. Out on this near side, it's going to be a throw-in for Hearts. Level with the Hibs 18-yard line again. It's taken short to Leonard. Back out to the touchline for Spittle, who moves it back to Halkett. Halkett square ball for Kingsley. Out to the left side it goes Findlay. Out to Kizaridis. Up against Megwa. Kizaridis rolls it back the way to Findlay. It's a long loopy ball into the box. Obita wins it in the air ahead of Cariotta. It's now with Spittle. Spittle back to Leonard. Takes a touch, crosses in. The goalkeeper's got it again. And it stays one apiece.
You've got to work it to the byline. Crosses from 20-30 yards out. It's easy for the goalkeeper.
Especially that kind. They're floaty ones, John, as well. It's a nice, easy one. Keeper sees it well out.
Long ball from Jordan Smith. It's going to come right back at them here, though. It's Halkett's header forward, and Shanklin nods it out wide to Cariotta. Cariotta up against Obita.
Byline.
Cariotta has it. It's level with the penalty spot. He's going for the byline again. He set up the equalising goal. Back to Spittle. In comes the cross. It's dreadful, though. It's high over the crossbar, and Hibs have a goal kick. There's 20 of 90 to play. 9-man Hearts 1, Hibs 1.
Shocking from Spittle. Really good. It's a lovely set back from Cariotta. It's not even pinged back. It's rolled back to clip lovely. And he's got really good quality, Spittle, on either foot. Horribly wrong.
In fairness to the boy, normally puts quality.
Exactly, yeah, he's got great quality.
If I said 9-man Hearts there, apologies. It's quite a battle going on out there. Hibs down to 9, of course. One apiece it is, though. Possession-wise, Hearts run about 77% of the ball. You can understand that. And they're 2 men up. It's the long ball forward. Shuto can't get a head onto it. Hearts head it back in the Hibs half. Given away there by Newell. Bishiri covers with Braga lurking, and Bishiri wins it ahead of the Portuguese and clears up to the halfway line. Back into the Hibs half. It drops to Newell. It's a chip ball forward for Ante Shuto. He's on his own, but he's big crossfield ball for Josh Campbell. He is onto it here, right side of the Hearts box. Has to go back the way, though. Now it's with Kanayo Megwa, who passes it back to O'Hara. He himself is on a yellow card, so he's going to have to be careful. It's back with Smith, closed down by Shanklin, gets it clear up to this near side. Obita flicks on. Spittle wins it for Hearts, up the line for Cariotta. Great challenge by Jordan Obita and Cariotta to win it back for the home team. Now it's Newell. You could hear the shout of man on there. Beningame a bit overzealous in the challenge, and Hibs have a free kick right in front of the Hearts manager, Derek McInnes. It remains 1-1 on 72.
That was tremendous play from Obita. Left back area, wins it, keeps it.
Well, free kick will eventually be taken. I think a little bit of gamesmanship from Rocky Bishiri there as he passed it back to Smith, knowing that the free kick wasn't ready to be taken. Right in the halfway line, John.
Target's got to be Shuto. Drop it into him.
It's a difficult one. Beningame's screening in front, John. It's a tough one. I think they'll go back post. Barlaser, Shuto. O'Hara's away up as well.
There's Obita then. And he goes left-footed, long ball out to the right side of the penalty area. And Kingsley will get onto it ahead of him after O'Hara won the initial header. Kingsley clears. Kizaridis controlling under pressure from Megwa out as well, and then Chaiwa does even better to spin away from Kizaridis when he was back facing his own goalkeeper. Skips away from Beningame. Still it's Miguel Chaiwa on the far side. Goes to ground. It's a fair challenge though. Kizaridis picks up, he goes down. That wasn't a fair challenge, and Hearts have a free kick on the far side. Don Robertson is annoying the Hibernian supporters this afternoon. We have to see, I think he's got pretty much all the decisions correct.
And Balassa there looks at the referee to see if he's going to let him get up. He'll get up, he'll be fine. The physios won't be gone, he's okay.
I think he's down with fatigue rather than pain in his legs. I don't think anybody touched him, did they?
No.
Seconds tick down. Hearts need to find at least one more goal.
The thing is, the referee's asking him to get up. Hibs don't want to go down another man as well. With him just going off to get for a bit of treatment. He looks okay, he's looking up, he'll be fine.
It's Chaiwa, he's back to his feet.
Right, young man, you don't walk back to your position, you sprint back to your position.
And it's all hands to pump here for Hibs. Can they take a point out of this? And absolutely take that right now. We are heading towards the final 15 minutes at Easter Road of the 90, one apiece. Martin Boyle gave Hibs the lead on 7 minutes. Raphael Salinger sent off on 14. As Shanklin chases that one, O'Hara gets there first and bundles it into the main stand on this near side. That O'Hara own goal confirmed, by the way, it was an OG by O'Hara. Of course, that coming after Paslak saw Hibs reduced to 9 men. He was sent off for a second yellow. Throw in Hearts, Spittle's over it, level with the Hibs penalty spot on this main stand side as they attack the goal to the right where the Hearts fans are, and it comes cleared by Bushiri. Pretty calmly dealt with in the end. Now it's with Beningame, out to Leonard on this near side. Back in field to Beningame. Now it's with Kingsley. Kingsley out to Kizaridis over on that far side touchline. Up against Megwa. Hearts know if they can score and go in front, it's highly unlikely Hibs are going to be in a position to do anything about it from that point. Here's Leonard. Leonard rolls it out wide right for Spittle, takes a touch right foot, curling ball into the back post, sails across the face of goal and wide for the goal kick, and it stays 1-1. We played 75.5 minutes here at Easter Road, where it remains 9-man Hibs 1, Hearts 1.
Really poor from Spittle, I'm surprised. 2 in a row. Really poor.
It's been the longest game of David Gray's life.
Too right.
Oh my goodness.
Absolutely.
Hibs fans are playing their part.
I mean, to the Hearts supporters, the clock's ticking too quickly. For the Hibs fans, it is going so slowly. Long ball forward by Jordan Smith. Breaks into the midfield after Bushiri helps it on its way. Looking for Shuto, but it's now with Spittle. Switches it left to the centre circle for Kingsley. Out to Kizaridis. This is a massive 14 minutes plus stoppage time in the Scottish football season, not just today. Kizaridis low ball in, it's cleared, breaks the edge of the box for Leonard, scuffs at the shot, it was well wide, and it stays 1-1.
You've got to show composure there, Leonard. It's not set to hit. It's coming across him, it's a spinning ball. Take a touch. It's not set to hit.
I think the only game that I've been at that I can remember off the top of my head where a team of 9 men has got a positive result, and it was here, and it involved Hearts. And they're playing Cali Thistle in the League Cup semi. Inverness were down to 9 players and won the match, went to the final. And back to, what, 12 years now?
Is that Big Yogi, the manager?
Won the cup.
Yeah, it was.
That's right.
And the big man, who's here somewhere today.
Head like a Great Dane.
Looking good, is he? Haven't seen him for a few weeks.
He's always looking good, I'll tell you.
Okay, he's looking okay. Let's not get carried away.
Hey, listen, these two know him better than anyone.
It's my family, I'm going to say he's looking good.
I know that, I know. Here's Carriota on this near side for Hearts as he rolls it back with the left foot into the centre circle for Findlay. Serious business this for Hearts. They've got to find a way through. It is Kizaridis, wide in the left, infield for Shanklin. Hibs trying to hold out here. It's Beningame, left-hand side of the Hibs box. Now back with Shanklin, out to the touchline for Kingsley. Hibs holding their lines here. defended so well today. Shanklin for Leonard, out wide as they switch it from left to right. It's with Cariotta on his left side. Cross ball comes in. Braga can't win the ball though. It's cleared by Obita and out for a throw into Hearts on this near side.
Could a Hibs fan throw that? There we go. Throw the ball in the pitch.
Yeah, but play doesn't stop.
Tactic,
player got it out.
tactic,
Double quick time.
I like that tactic.
Here's Mark Leonard taking it for a run out to the left. It goes to Kizaridis. Level the edge of the D of the Hibs box. Over on the east stand side. Uses Leonard in the overlap now. It's Kingsley. Low ball across. Cleared well by Bushiri. And helped on its way by Campbell. But here it comes again. It's Findlay. Out to this near side. Cariotta bends a good ball in. It comes off Newell's head. Still alive at the back post. And Kizaridis wins the corner this time. As he tried to pull it back. Comes off Megwa. And Hearts have their latest corner on 78.5 minutes with the scoreline at 1-1. The 9 men are taking an absolute battering possession-wise here, but they are keeping Hearts out by and large.
They have given David Gray absolutely everything. They've been brilliant, Hibs.
Corner Hearts taken short by Leonard. And it's Kizaridis back to the edge of the box. Cariotta hits it and the goalkeeper holds on. Didn't really get the power and was going to trouble Jordan Smith as he clutches onto the right side of his goal frame. And he absolutely smashes it up the pitch. Poor touch by Shuto. Beningami's onto it. Rolls it to Kingsley, goes back to Findlay. Hearts are going to need late drama again. They've had plenty of that this season as they bid to make history. Here's Kizaridis driving forward at pace, driving into the box. Kizaridis wins another corner off Megwa. Still they come, still they put the pressure on. Hibs bang up against the ropes here, hanging on for dear life.
Good defending again from young Megwa. He's come on, he's done well.
Yeah, he has a misery, Kizaridis. I need to look back, but I'm convinced that he played in that 3-2 game.
He was in that game, Alan, yeah. Just 4 shots on target for Hearts so far, but they do have this corner going in the final 10 and it comes and Smith holds on. 4 shots on target, 50 touches in the box. You'd think you'd be getting more shots on target away when you've got those many touches inside your opponent's penalty area. Long ball forward for Hibs. Shuto gets onto it. Driving down this left side. We are in the final 10.
Take it up.
Shuto back to Campbell. Loses out there to Beningame, and then Spittle goes back to his goalkeeper. They're going to have to hold it up a bit better than that, our Hibs.
You've got to say, if Hearts don't win this, it's a massive opportunity gone. Oof. And they'll look back at this and think it could be really decisive.
Well, Alan, when you think of the drop points in Paisley, at Kilmarnock, at Livingston, they should have had daylight going into the post-split fixtures. There's Kizaridis on the left for Hearts. Level with the penalty spot, runs into Megwa, and then Chaiwa goes to ground hoping for a free kick, and the referee's whistle comes. That's exactly what Chaiwa wanted to hear. He's gone to ground again. We've played almost 81. It is 1 apiece. As it stands, Hearts are dropping 2 points. Their lead at the top would remain 1 point, as it was before this weekend's fixtures, only it would be 1 point clear of Celtic. And they would extend their lead over Rangers by just a point, and that would be 2. So the top 3 separated in the as it stands table by 2 points with 4 games to play. Looks like Chaiwa's going to continue.
Never seen a player down as much as Chaiwa.
He's worked hard, John. He has. He's worked very hard.
He covers the ground.
Jordan Smith then will get this away. Long ball with the left foot from inside his own box into the Hearts half. Too high for Shuto, one in the air by Halkett. Newell wins the header. Then Kingsley heads it forward into the Hibs half, round about the edge of the centre circle. O'Hara wins it, and then Campbell flicks it forward to Shuto, who's going to take it out the far side. Campbell made a good run ahead of him, he didn't see it though. Then he goes into an offside position and Shuto runs it out of the pitch. Throwing Hearts over on the far side. Level the edge of the D of their own box. Barely look to our left in the second half. Hibs have been unable to really make anything stick in the Hearts half. It's a little short there, Spittle, but Spittle does manage to clip it over Campbell and retain possession for Hearts and shifts it from right to left to Kingsley. Into the Hibs half for Kizaridis. 82 and a half played, 1-1. Big switch of play out to Leonard. Leonard has it, moves infield away from Campbell, looks up and rolls it into the feet of Kizaridis. Out to Kingsley, but he can't find them. He's overhit it and out for a throw into Hibernian deep inside their own half. It remains 1-1.
Got to say, in the last 2-3 months, Kizaridis has been so off the boil. You can see he didn't play today either, and he's not been at it.
Well, it may be, and as I said, odds on that 5th will be good enough for Europe. Right now, Hibs would sign up for a point, because that would be a massive blow to Hearts, even though they'd be still clear at the top.
Hearts will have more chances last few minutes.
You would think so. A long one, Campbell's chasing, Spittle chasing back the way. Campbell racing over to this left side, Spittle beats him to it and clears.
Look at your goalkeeper.
It's Bashiri taking a touch. Oh, he's absolutely bought that off Claudio Braga, who acknowledges he walked into the trap there. Free kick Hibs.
Brilliant.
If Hibs can dig in and get a point here, what the result will be.
Yeah, massive.
But one way to go. They're looking very tired.
Well, you look at the last 3 Edinburgh derbies that Hearts have won. Their winners have all come after 88 minutes. Yep. Shankland here last season, and Halkett and Magnuson at Tynecastle this season. And they're about to repeat the trick. Long ball forward by Smith. Bushiri wrestling with Braga in the midfield again. It's O'Hara with an up and under down this near side. Campbell wins the header. Shuto didn't go after it. And now it's back to Swallow, and now Hibs have got to try and get back into position. Hearts have it right in the left. 84 on the clock. 1-1. The 9 men holding out right now. Hearts on the ball, looking to find a way through. It's Kingsley short, low ball forward to Shankland.
Josh Campbell's got to get tucked in.
Here's Leonard in the centre circle, rolls it to his right for Halkett, and out to the touchline here for Spittle. Spittle playing as a wing back here, rolls it back infield to Halkett, and then into the centre of the pitch for Mark Leonard. Leonard with the right foot, low ball to the left for Kingsley. Out to Kizaridis, he gets the cross in, he gets past the first defender, but it's headed clear by the second in behind. It's now with Leonard, works the 1-2 with Shankland. Out to the left side of the boxes with Kizaridis. Delicate chip ball in, headed away by Campbell. Halkett picks up the ball and knocks it to his right for Spittle, and out wide for Cariotta. Up against Abita, level with the penalty spot. Left foot cross ball comes in, headed away by Megwa. Shuto kills it on the chest, holds it up. He's going to be under serious duress here. He's lost out to Leonard. Kizaridis picks up. We're in the final 5 minutes of the 90. 1-1. Hearts desperately trying to find a way through here. There's 2 points waiting for them. Will they leave them on the floor, or can they find them and pick up all 3? Cariotta into the Hibs box right side. He's on his left foot, pulls it back. Goal! Blair Spittle! With 5 minutes in the 90 to play, Blair Spittle side foots it home past Smith into the right corner of the net, right in front of the Hearts fans. That is a massive goal in the context of this season, in the context of Hearts battling for the title. Is it their year? Is it their time? Is it their destiny? It is. Hibernian 1, Heart of Midlothian 2.
Brilliant finish for Spittle. We'll say he's got quality on either foot. Again though, Carjotta's involved. Wonderful play from him. Rolls it back, comes back, and it's Spittle there. Side foot, giving Smith absolutely no chance.
They just keep going, Hearts, don't they? They're chipping away. Hibs are getting tired. Obita's dropping off. The legs are getting tired. They're always going to get chances late in the game. It's a good finish.
Yeah. They still need to see it through, Hearts. You know, there's still, Liam, whatever there is, 4 minutes plus. I think it'll be 4 or 5, maybe even more than that added on. Hibs have been brilliant. They've been excellent. You know, down to 10 men, then down to 9 men. Unfortunately for them, the referee's got the decisions correct, but they've been wonderful. They have, John, and they're still, honestly, they've been a credit to their manager.
They've worked their socks off. Everybody's chased and go back into their positions and worked hard. There's no doubt about that. Plenty of effort.
That was seismic. It just feels huge. It feels massive. And Blair Spittle chooses the South Stand end at Easter Road to score his first Hearts goal of the season. And the Hearts fans singing "We Shall Not Be Moved." They've been singing that pretty much since day one this season. Celtic were top in the middle of September briefly. Hearts have basically been top since then. Rangers went top very, very briefly a few weeks back. The Hearts reclaimed top spot. They're going to open up, you would think now, a 4-point lead on Rangers. And they will go 3 clear of Celtic with 4 games to go. And really, Alan, there's still 4 massive games to go. You mentioned Motherwell could be the spoilers here, but to have that daylight with 4 matches left, it gives them a little bit of wriggle room.
Yeah, it does. You know, they've got a better goal difference in Celtic. They'll go 4 ahead of Rangers if they can see this through. They could finish Rangers next Monday, as we said. It's still a long, long way to go. This is a massive result, but you know, you've got to say it. Hibs are down to 9 men. I'll say it again. Carjota is a game changer. He comes on and he does well. He takes people on. What I didn't like was Abita, John, just kept backing off and backing off. He's got to at one point engage.
Yeah, he was backing off far too far, letting him into the box.
Well, as soon as Spittle found the net, they are on cue. Thousands of Hibs fans headed out of the stadium. Their worst nightmare might be about to come true. We'll know in 20 days' time, maybe sooner, because there's no sign of this Hearts team wilting. Now, we'll never know what the result would have been had Salinger not decided to touch the ball outside his box with his hands and sent off. If it had been 11 against 11, because when Hibs scored, they could have been in for 2, and they were on top at that point. But it's a moot point, because Hearts have done eventually what they have to do. As Spittle picks up, we are deep into the 90th minute. Hearts 2-0 up. They've got another corner off Joe Newell on this near side as they look to try and rub salt in the wounds here. But there's no way Hibs are going to find an equaliser right now, you wouldn't say, John?
No, absolutely no chance. Hearts should just keep possession, keep the ball. They could keep the ball for 5 minutes.
4 minutes added, we're into the first of them. Corner, Hearts on this near side. Leonard and Shanklin both over it. And they've taken it short. They're just going to kill the game here. And a foul on Newell, free kick Hibs. And then it spills over. Joe Newell and Mark Leonard came together there, and Don Robertson's going to have to keep his eye on this. It's kicking off. And a couple of players on the deck. I think Leonard's been bundled over. And Don Robertson keeping an eye on this, as the VAR team will, but this will just extend things. And then you see Lawrence Shanklin. Now the thing is, Hearts don't want to have players sent off here with these crucial games to come, with the injury list they have as well. And with Rangers up next, it's been settled now. The card was out, the yellow was out, I'm not sure. In fact, he hasn't dished them out yet. He's about to tell us who's getting booked. Joe Newell is being called over. He's been yellow carded, as is Mark Leonard. They were the 2 instigators there. They played one of the 4 minutes of stoppages. 2-1 Hearts. But they're still keeping an eye on the replays here of the VAR team, so it might be that there's further punishment to be meted out here. Not sure who was doing what. We haven't seen a replay of it. Shanklin's been booked also, and Bushiri's been booked. So Don Robertson eventually caught up with himself.
All needless, every single one of them.
John, you know what it's like. It's a passionate game. We've played in it. It's a great derby. It really is. I think we've got trouble in the main stand down here to your left, Liam.
Yeah, the police are on site right now, and well, this is a game Hibs are desperate not to lose. They know the potential repercussions of it.
Still getting checked.
There's still a check going on here.
Somebody's going to get a red card.
Yeah, it's for a Hibs player. They'll be down to 8, and for Hearts they'll be hoping there is no red cards, given the importance of the matches to come. Rangers at home, really then got Motherwell away, Falkirk home, and then they go to Celtic Park. So the check is over, no red cards. And they'll play on, but that took a couple of extra minutes there. So there's going to be 3.5 minutes left as soon as Jordan Smith kicks this ball forward. Hearts leading 2-1 and heading for 3 utterly priceless points, Alan Preston.
Oh, massive. Honestly, you worry this week, the derby, Hibs fans have come and they'll say we're going to spoil it. As I said at the start though, Liam, the title's not going to be won or lost today. Still a lot of football to be played. But this is a big 3 points. It really is. Goes 4 ahead of Rangers if they can see it through. 3 ahead of Celtic. 4 games to go.
Yeah, I mean 4 points. That's 2 results essentially. And obviously Celtic are going to be a little bit closer, but still that's 3 points. Still they need to overturn that as Beringame is brought down by Chaiwa on the far side. That will be a free kick to Hearts. Left of the centre circle, but it's party time for those in maroon and white behind the goal there, John.
Yeah, you're going to enjoy it. I said at half time, there's only a matter of time. Hibs are getting tired, but it's a big 3 points for Hearts, especially the Rangers dropping points today. Everything seems to have fallen for them.
It is. The stars may be aligning. He's picked up over on the left side there by Chesnikov, who's just on. Now it's with Jordan Smith is going to launch this ball forward. 4 minutes have come and gone. There will be a couple on top of that. Of course, Smith launches it into the Hearts half. Still something in this for Hibs if they can get up the pitch and force an opportunity. Unlikely, you would think, as Obita wins the header. It's O'Hara who knocks it forward, but Carriota clears. Next to Obita, slices the ball up high into the air. Drops onto the head of Shankland. Gets there ahead of Neil, the 2 skippers. Shankland just launches it forward. Bouncing ball awkward for Megwa with Kizaridis lurking. Megwa with the backward header forward towards Chaiwa. Chesnikov with the challenge. Chaiwa's onto it on the far side under pressure from Shankland. He goes down and wins the free kick. And now if you're Hibs, you just put people forward and launch it
without a doubt.
As far up the pitch as you can.
This is it as far as it goes now. Yeah, they're all up. Bashiri, O'Hara, they're all there.
Jordan Smith. Long ball. Hibs have to win the first ball. They haven't. Halkett does win it as it drops back to Obita. But that's it. It's all over at Easter Road. It is victory for Heart of Midlothian, who had to win this derby, and they have done. Well, they've huffed and puffed their way over the line in the end against the 9 men, trailing to that early Martin Boyle goal. They were bailed out by red cards for the Hibs keeper Raphael Salinger and for wing-back Felix Paslak either side of half-time. And eventually an O'Hara own goal after good work by Carriota down the right drew them level, and the league leaders managed to find all 3 points thanks to Blair Spittle's first goal of the season, and it is a golden goal for Derek McInnes, who's down there leading the conducting down in front of the Hearts supporters as he celebrates, because they're still top after the first set of post-split fixtures, and they can effectively eliminate Rangers from the title race next time out when those 2 go head-to-head down the Gorgie Road a week tomorrow. The Hibs fans, many have headed for the hills already. They put in some shift there as they threatened to take an unlikely point. But we suspected as soon as Salinger was sent off, Hearts would go on to win. And go on to win they have. And it's another late goal that's got them over the line, and it's another late goal in a derby. 4 Edinburgh derby wins in a row for Hearts have now come by virtue of late goals like that one. Spittle's the headline maker. Heart of Midlothian are less than 3 weeks from being headline makers themselves. It finished here in the Leith sunshine. Hibernian 1, Heart of Midlothian 2.
The Edinburgh Derby.